opportunity for the clarity to come through. What I'm gonna charge niggas for? It's just the truth. I'm gonna charge niggas for the truth. But I've been seeing that name for a while. Hold on. If he get back on, we'll go back on. If not, it's over. We just dealt with the point. So the first point he started with was Pop copped out. And I'm like, okay, let's deal with it. If he copped out, how he get 135 years? Move on. Then it became, oh, y'all had to live together. Y'all was separated. No, that was a specific groups of people who chose that were building Tamaray. Everybody was focused, so they ain't had no reason for everybody to be dealing with the shit that people be dealing with when everybody rooming with each other and a co-ed and all that other stuff. No, they were focused. No, that is the dude who did the review to the letter to Rashad. A lot of people haven't recovered from what happened with the Rashad situation. But as you can tell, it's like when y'all run out of facts, y'all go emotional. When y'all run out of truth, y'all just go straight to emotion and barking and shit. But we can do it. That's my thing. Like, let's get the truth out here. Y'all not dealing. I'm going to show you how nobody know what they talking about. All the people, nobody ain't never known what they were talking about all these years. They just been talking. Oh, he copped out. Oh, he pled guilty. Oh, this, that, and the third. Even down to all that HIV, all this stuff. All that shit was fake. If somebody, listen, if they had evidence that this man did any of this stuff they talking about, if that was the evidence, that's what he would be in jail for. Think about what I'm saying. If they had that shit, they would have been able to, that shit would have stuck. They threw that all that state shit got thrown out. He whooped the state ass. They had to bring a whole nother, bro, them folks got creative in court with the federal. They had to take it to the feds. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm about to go through something real quick, y'all. I'm gonna come right back. Well, a lot of people can't handle the air, boy. They can't handle that air. They ain't trying to act like, oh, we just trying to give respect to all the guys and da-da-da-da. No, y'all are Jamalites. Because if they're trying to be respect to all the guys, then why you just came over here trying to disrespect Pops and you don't even know the shit? And then you did research. What amount of research did you do that you weren't even prepared to answer these questions? That research ain't enough then. Exactly. We on them. Nah, we locked in. How did shit happen? What's going on? Shit, handling business. Hold on. What going on? What's down? Now they all lost. They all lost. What's up? Now this shit ended. I'm trying to get them back on here. Like, we're gonna shut all that shit down quick. Am I still doing readings? I ain't never do readings. Oh, yes, I did. I forgot about that. That was a while ago. I ain't been doing them lately, though. Can the U.S. military save us from the Freemasons and Illuminati? It's Freemasons and Illuminati that's in the military, fam. I don't know about save you. Depending on who you talking to or talking about. Yeah, they just mad. Like, there's people, they in their feelings now. And I'm like, okay, I don't care if you got 10 followers or 1 million followers. Like, we can deal with the truth. We don't run. The first thing you said don't even make sense. He copped out. People gonna have to stop saying that bullshit. If he copped out, you gonna have to explain to me then how he get 135 years. How? Where I get these shades from I think it's from the gas station. Straight out the gas station. Yeah, the truth will make you free. Y'all let me know y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me? Let me know if the sound clear. Salam. Y'all hear me? How the book of life coming? It's coming cool. They don't want this shit. It shouldn't be too. If y'all really got this shit figured out, it shouldn't be so easy to It shouldn't be so easy. You know what I'm saying? If it's that, I read the transcript. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. First of all, whatever you read that you got access to, that ain't the transcript. It sounds like you listened to a Young Pharaoh video. That's what it sound like. It don't sound like you read the transcript. It sound like you listened to somebody's narrative about the transcripts, because it don't even say all the shit you talking about in no transcript. You listen to somebody's narrative and you think we stupid, like we ain't grow up listening to these same narratives. It had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So what point can stick? Give me a point. Somebody got to give me a point that can stick. Y'all can't just keep bringing up dead points. That's why I said, let's deal with each of your points one by one. Why you plead guilty? You ain't gonna plead guilty about no shit like that. You can't say he forced him. So you trying to rule out the possibility that he was forced into a plea because it helps your fallacy. It helps you to push what you saying. No, you can't strong harm the conversation from the beginning to try to rule out that possibility. First of all, in the beginning of that whole situation, Dr. Melakazi York made sure it was known that he was under duress. He was under threat and coercion to even go into the plea. And he was being threatened, not just for himself, his wives was being threatened. Not just for him, the family was being threatened, children being threatened, under the same type of conditions that he was going through when he's sleeping his rats. He said he's sleeping with rats around and they deny him food and sleep and all kind of stuff. So it wasn't no situation where it's just like you in jail. It's like you literally being tortured. He said he tried to go to sleep and then they got shifts where different CEOs coming in and they'll keep him awake. Every time he try to fall asleep, they waking him up again. Wake up, wake up, wake up. That's torture, literally. That's a torturing tactic. And they said, yo, if you take this deal, we'll let all these people go, right? So he went into the plea. He said on record, he never even got to read the plea. And you can see with the one video clip that Sheriff Seals stole of him, because you got to ask these people where the rest of the trial at. If you can look at a video and see Dr. Melakazi York pleading guilty on it, where the rest of the trial? Why they didn't film everything else? Let me tell you why. Somebody calculated a long time ago that the public is stupid and they're not going to really look into shit. They're just going to do what's called conviction bias and confirmation bias. And they already want Dr. Melakazi York to be guilty because it helps what they're saying make more sense to them. It helps them figure out more about what they got going on with them. They need him to be guilty in their brain so that they can make more sense of their existence. He's just a man. See, we can tell you he's guilty of this, even though this ain't a just a man ass situation. You see what I'm saying? So I think these people found a long time ago out that people are dumb. And all it takes is for you to just paint a narrative and people going to believe it. So the narrative that was painted was Dr. Melakazi York pled guilty. So my question to you, idiots, is how did he plead guilty and get 135 years? No one has been able to answer that. You saw what just happened when I asked him. He wanted to jump to another point. Deal with the point that you brought up, that he copped out. So according to what cop out means, it means you're going to take some time to try to avoid getting all the time they're going to hit you with. Most of the time, you're dealing with anywhere between 5 to 10 to 25 years from a cop-out situation. So how did he cop out? And that's the end-all, be-all, and he got 135 years. It does not make sense. If they come to you and say, nigga, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get 30 years. We're going to hit you with everything we got. Or you take this deal and we give you 10. And we had you locked up for 2-3 years. You get 10, you do 7 more years. We'll give you time and we'll put all this behind us. That's a cop-out. When the fuck in history does a cop-out go like this? Nigga, I'm going to give you 500 years. We're going to hit you with everything we got. Or you can take this cop-out deal and get 135 years. And the nigga be like, I'll take the 135. Y'all sound stupid. And you know you sound stupid, which is why you got to keep jumping through different loops and hoops and shit and say I'm doing mind control. What the fuck part of that is mind control? You're not making sense. You told me you went in the system. I bet you ain't never faced 3 digits. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You probably went in the system, but you ain't go in the system like that. And whatever system you went in don't make sense to me because man don't live longer than 120 years. So how the fuck and why the fuck would a 50-year-old man, right? Or I think it was 58 at the time. Why would a 58-year-old man or a 60-year-old man be like, you know what, I'm going to take 135 years so I don't got to do that much time. And plead guilty to receive 135 years. No, they finessed y'all with that video. And you think you got the whole truth because Sheriff Silly snuck a video. Where's the rest of the trial? Dr. Melakazi York is speaking out in those days saying, I want my case public. They said, no, we're going to make it private. He said, no, I want the world to see what y'all doing. Let's make the case public. They still made it private. Then they snuck around the scenes and had court on Dr. Melakazi York, Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. All kind of stuff like that. He did take it to trial. He took it to trial in the state and the feds. You didn't read a transcript. You had to been reading either an article or you had to been listening to somebody's narrative of it because you will realize the state lost. So they had to, they literally got their ass whooped. They had to finagle some shit with the feds and hit them with the Mann Act, transporting minors, and shit with money. Money, I think it was misappropriation of funds, some shit like that. Whatever the fuck, money. It wasn't laundering somewhere in that field. If they still hit him with these charges and he got 135 years, how did he cop out? So that point is shut down. So you can't, that's why I asked politely, do you concede the point? Do you know what that means? It means your point doesn't actually make sense. You've learned a little more about it now. Do you concede that point? Or you could just push forward and act like I didn't say anything I said. But I asked you stuff based off of your point. So no one in history has ever said, I'm going to take 135 years so that I can come home sooner. The whole point of copping out is to come home sooner than what they will try to make you go through. Y'all ever heard of that? Anybody that's familiar with the system, have you ever heard of anybody getting 135 years to avoid doing so much time? Does this even make sense? Now, I'm supposed to be convinced that these are the types of people like that fall up under Rashad Jamal that's going to lead the new world. And they can't do simple math of how long a man lives, how long a man had already lived, and that this 60-year-old man is going to take 135 years so he can cop out. No, that you're doing mind control. You're doing mind control. Anything is possible. No, let me tell you what isn't possible. What isn't possible is that a 60-year-old man takes 135 years so that he can come home sooner to his family. Even if you're going to tell me he knows he's going to live longer than 135 years, his family not. If you're going to tell me he's a God in the flesh, his family not. So it don't even add up. Y'all never made sense from the beginning. You just never ran into me. So now you done ran into me, and I'm not even the motherfucker. There's a lot of motherfuckers too, by the way. I'm not even one. There are a lot of brothers of mine and sisters of mine who know the case more than I do. And y'all just running into me. And that's what's happening when niggas running into me. You know what I mean? So you could tell why they didn't want to deal with us. They didn't want us nowhere near the case. Everybody ran with their narratives. Captain Tazariak, Young Pharaoh, even Rashad Jamal posted on his story tomorrow, he pled guilty. You sound stupid. The fuck does that mean? He pled guilty. If he pled guilty, how did he go to the feds from the state? If he pled guilty and that was it, then how he get 135 years? If he pled guilty and that was it, then why is he still fighting to get out? If he pled guilty, no. Y'all bought a narrative, but y'all so woke. Y'all bought a narrative and didn't investigate anything. So all we saying is have a point that actually makes sense. We welcome you to have one. Have one that makes sense. The first one didn't make sense. The second one about people being separated on the land. I said, okay, you familiar with Tama Ray? Yeah. Okay, you saw the pyramids and the Sphinx and all the great stuff? Yeah. Would you be surprised to know that we're not Rashad Jamal, right? That means that we can't divine insight some shit into existence. We actually had to build it, like actually go outside. We couldn't just upload a profile picture of Tama Ray and pictures of pyramids, and niggas didn't just pose like pharaohs. We actually went through the rituals and did this and made sure that made sense. And you had a place for the procession to take place, which was a pyramid, which is how it's supposed to go as an authority. And authority Atum Ray had a place for the procession, not a platform, not an Instagram page or a Photoshop app. He had an actual place for the ritual that you posed as to take place. And people had to build that. So those people moved onto the land and they focused on building. This is only confusing to dummies. Everybody else with brains, they can make sense of what I'm saying. They had to focus on building. Therefore, there was no need for men and women to be sleeping around each other and all of other. He did his best to stop all the bullshit from happening so that what was being done, which was for us, the children, could be done. I bear witness to the fact that by the time I got here, he made sure it was done. Tama Ray was here by the time I was born. And as a child, that's where my life began. You understand that? As a child, that's where my system begins. As a child, that's where my memories start. So he did what he focused on. And even with that, you still got to deal with the fact that these are still adults. People are still trying to sleep and all this other stuff, do all this other stuff. And he did everything he could. Keep it focused. The brothers are doing what the brothers are doing. The sisters looking after the children, and the sisters doing what the sisters doing. This only sounds stupid to dummies. To somebody with sense, like that makes sense. The brothers needed to be focused in order for them to build this great work. And they built it. So by the time I was born, it was built. Which is why I was able to experience what I experienced that gave me the foundation I have to be here now. How I am and who I am to this day. And my Umi and my Uba were able to be on the land. My mother and father were able to build on the land. My aunt was able to build on the land. My cousin was able to build on the land. Everybody was there, but they had to build it first. Does this answer your question about why people were separated? Nobody was forced to live on the land. You were there because you wanted to be a part of something great. And you understood what was going on there. That was great. So you participated in that. Nobody was forced to stay. The doors was open. You could literally walk in and out of the pylons. You could. We didn't live on the land. So I don't know what he means by y'all had to live separated. No, you got to get your ass off of fucking YouTube. Stop listening to Young Pharaoh and Captain Tazariak and Sarnetta in them. You need to be talking to the people who were there. That'll help you understand who and what you're dealing with. Nobody was forced to live there. Everybody that wanted to live there, you either came and you moved into the houses, or you talked to the overheads and the overseers, and you built your own house on the land. People worked together. Okay, and then not to mention what you were talking about wasn't even Tama Ray. That was Kodesh. That was the building periods of Tama Ray. So it was like a building project. There were trailers. And they had work to do. So, that work, today you call it Tama Ray. Makes sense? And when we went to Tama Ray, we existed, we lived, we had a good time, then we went home. Everybody didn't live there. So I don't know what this we thing is. That you think everybody had on like this cap that you couldn't take off unless Dr. York allows you to. He didn't even operate like that. That's not how we think. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see the points that people think they have. Then he jumped from that because he knew that didn't make no sense no more. He was like, well, didn't he discipline people? I was trying my best. I'm like, what do you mean discipline people? Like with a belt? What are you talking about? These were grown people with brains. You know, like how we supposed to be. What do you mean discipline people? Now, the brothers had their organization, doing their organization, you had to have quota. And if you didn't have quota, yeah, there were repercussions of not showing up what you were supposed to show up because we got to feed these children. So it's the same thing with the NOI. You finna have to be, what you gonna do? You either finna be up out of here or you gonna have to make sure you got that quota. They had a mission, and their mission was not to boost somebody's social media following. Their mission was to make sure that the children had somewhere to go. Did Rashad Jamal do that? Or did he just go where the children was and live with them and take over their household and bully everybody into listening to his shit? And bully everybody. And one of the sister that dated him said this man put a gun to her head and said, I'll kill everybody in this bitch if you don't do what I tell you to do. And you don't know that this man does not have a leg to stand on because you see him going off on women in Publix for way less. Calling them bitches and everything. And he was so conflicted. One point he's saying, yo, we got to fight the demons inside. The next point, he letting them demons fly all over everybody. One point, he telling young Pharaoh he gonna kill him and his family and his kids and everything. Then young Pharaoh trying to check the shit and he get on the live and he like, Pharaoh, you gotta fight it. Fight what? Fight you? Y'all don't understand narcissistic tendencies when you see them? You know what I mean? Rashad Jamal might have been broken. Y'all have to stop ignoring that he was. If he was. Y'all have to stop trying to ignore the negative parts. People act like the negative parts aren't to be spoken of too. These negative parts are not to be overlooked. These were abusive tendencies and characteristics. So then when the sister is saying what was taking place in her household, and she's telling you that also she didn't press charges against him for that, something should make you sit back and think. You haven't heard from her daughters. Her daughters got voices. They can speak for themselves. And they can explain, yeah, he did choke my mom out. And I did have to fight him to get him off of her. And you can say, I can't see him doing that. And I could show you a whole compilation of clips where the abusive characteristics is coming out. Can you still say you can't see him doing that? When there's somebody getting their brain that they're God and nobody can tell them shit, and that they just against the world and ready to crash out and take everybody with them, you don't think that could lead to abusive behavior? Everybody's wrong except you. You can't make no error. But then when it comes time, like, you see the cowardice where, Pharaoh was like, let's get on that. You involve my children. I don't want to talk. Let's go to war. He said, you got to fight it. No, fight Pharaoh. Fight Marshall. You know what I'm saying? All that, I'm ready to go to war with anybody. Da, 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 da. He said he was going to pull up on you. You copped out. He said no cop out. So when niggas jumping on his, Dr. York took a cop out. No, Rashad Jamal took a cop out and tried to use ether to avoid a war that he provoked. That's cowardice. You know what I'm saying? No, you got to make a decision. If you're going to be one of them disagreeables, you one of them disagreeables. If you one of the agreeables, you one of the agreeables. You're not going to jump and play both sides. And then when we call you out on it, you got your millions acting like we did something wrong when all we're doing is saying you are being a devil. We don't know why you're being a devil. But that's what you've been doing. And he ain't the only one. All of them have been being devils. And we're just calling it out. And then y'all try to attack Dr. Malachi York. And we just show up. We don't want to yell at you. We ain't threatening you. We ain't doing none of that. All we saying is bring your truth. Bring the truth. If you're going to speak on Dr. Malachi York, let's hear the truth. And nothing that they say is true. So y'all got to stop letting people say, oh, he pled guilty. He took it to trial. Double time. State and fed. That's not true. He withdrew that same plea. After his family was safe, he withdrew. So that's not even true. Nothing that these people have been saying about Dr. Malachi York holds up. So you see the issue? You can't attack him on his information. You can't attack him on the allegations. You can't attack him on anything. And then we assess any of these so-called leaders that y'all hold dear and true, and we can pick them apart piece by piece. And it shouldn't be that easy if they really who they say they are. It shouldn't be that easy. Rashad Jamal talks about fallen angels. Rashad Jamal talks about revelation. But you make a video and say, I know he's still with that God shit. He's still with that Christian shit. Excuse me, Rashad Jamal's still with the Christian shit. He ain't came up with no new terminology. Everything from the chosen one to the fallen angel to Revelation to dragon to Michael and all this other stuff comes straight out of the Bible. So either he caught up on that religion shit too, or it only worked when it's phase one. Only phase one is caught up on the religion shit. You don't want to deal with the fact that I'm well versed in all of these religions, so I'm able to teach from all of these religions to reach different people at different times. And it helps to bring everybody to the center when you can speak to all these different people's religions and show them why they all need to sit at the same table together, because it's basically the same goal at the end of the day, to feed themselves and their children. If you get what I'm saying, with that food of knowledge, that food of wisdom, that food of understanding. So fallen angels, that's all biblical. When are y'all going to call him out? Then they don't know what fallen angels are. As soon as you get to ask him, what is a fallen angel? Talk to me about it. What is that? Oh, they're going to glitch because they're going to start. They got to figure it out. They got to position themselves somewhere. They have to have a directional conversation. They have to position themselves in the hell that the angels would have fallen to. Oh, you in hell? So how did you get here? The angels fell to hell. How you get here? Did you fall too? Are you referring to Al-Quran? Are you referring? Well, you can't be referring to Al-Quran because you're beyond religion, remember? So you can't be still talking about religion and you beyond it. So why are you saying fallen angels? Where they come from? If they came from up and they fell down, what do you? Then okay, then we're in the down. So then how did we get here? Are we angels also? And did we fall here? So are you telling me that everybody is categorically a fallen angel? What does fall mean? How do you fall down to a planet that's round? Are you a flat earther? You know what I'm saying? You get destroyed. You see how they brain get to doing that shit? They don't know how to do that because then they have to understand that everything that they build in their shit is logical fallacies. It never held weight to begin with, because the only way you can say an angel fell down to earth is to say that there is a such thing as down when it comes to the planet we're on. No, down means toward the center of the core. And you can vouch for the core existing because you have things like volcanoes. You know what I mean? And the whole flat earth thing is they dealing with a frenzy right now because somebody took niggas to the Antarctica and was like, yo, look at the midnight sun or the midnight summer, and showed them how the sun stayed visible the whole 24 hours. And they getting torn apart right now trying to figure out how. Some niggas, green screen didn't even make sense. I'm watching the whole debacle. It's funny. It's hilarious. You know what I mean? So, okay, what is a fallen angel then? Are you telling me that you're just talking about from the viewpoint of somebody who's on the planet, saying that they fell down because you think that's what down is? So you would say a descending angel, because that's what you'd be really trying to say. What about an entering angel or a cast out one? But if we're going to say fallen or nephel, where you get the word nephilim, Well, I think that what you may be dealing with is a dilemma here, is that the word fallen at that point would only be based off an observation of the person who's on the grounds. It would not mean that that being was evil. For example, if water nafal, okay, or fell or falls to the earth, is that an evil water or is it rain? If a UFO or a ship or a mothership or a chariot of fire comes into the earth's atmosphere and descends upon those who are viewing the craft, is that a fallen spacecraft? If an angel gets off of that craft or an extraterrestrial gets off of that craft, are they automatically fallen? Are you telling me that fallen means somebody was standing on a craft and God was like, fuck out of here, and pushed them and they, oof, and now they on the ground and they got the same form and everything like all these years later? Okay, what do you mean by a fallen angel? You don't even know what the fuck that means. Fallen would have meant that somebody left from one place that was higher and went to a lower place. What you think you're saying is that what it would have actually meant is that somebody doesn't have grace in a certain area anymore. Somebody doesn't have honor in a certain area anymore. A fallen angel will be somebody who was a messenger for Russia or a spy for Russia, and then Russia fired them. That's a fallen angel. Angelos meaning a messenger, and Nephil meaning whatever status they had, it degraded. That's what a fallen angel meant. So if you're a fallen angel, it means you had a status as a messenger, and whatever that status was, you lost it. So what the fuck are y'all talking about? And y'all supposed to be so beyond religion, don't even know the words you're saying, don't even understand the science that you're expressing, but then you gonna say, oh, phase one is a fallen angel in the flesh. Don't even know those, that's an oxymoron. It doesn't even make sense. If it's a fallen angel, you gotta have to explain to me what realm you would have been talking about, that it would have been a disembodied being to incarnate into a flesh. What realm? Are you gonna dare say Melekut? So how and when were those in Melekut allowed to cross over into Nasut? And when that happens, how are they able to just embody somebody if they've fallen from grace? What is it that you're actually trying to explain? Which one is it? Is it a fallen angel with wings? Because in your lesson, where you put the nigga with the locks and the wings, they got wings, right? Wings from where? Spiritual wings? These are the etheric wings. Etheric wings. And this is a fallen angel with wings. Why they can't just fly back up? Huh? This is why they be like, man, fuck this shit. This is mind control. It's not mind control. Real question. If it's a fallen angel, as you depict, and he got wings, why can't that angel just fly back up? But up to where? Up where? And if the angel got wings, why the fuck did it fall to begin with? Y'all listening to me? You see how he slap shit out of these niggas and they don't know what to do. That's all they get when they run up on the wapoo. Bow! That don't even make sense what you're saying. Give me that. That don't even make... Stop playing with me. What the fuck are you talking about? The angel falls and it has wings? Click, 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 click. Mind control. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You're going to have to pick a struggle. You're going to have to either make sense and deal with the haters, or you have to not make sense and be loved. Because it seems like all the motherfuckers that don't make sense, y'all love the shit out of them. That doesn't add up to me. If you fell with wings, you got to be dumb. You could have said a dumb angel. That would have made sense. You know what I mean? Falling with wings is like losing a battle to somebody who using their fist and you got a Tourette. And you see them coming. I'm finna beat your ass to death. And you're like, oh shit, what do I do with this big ass Tourette that surely will stop this being in their tracks? Stupid. I'm gonna watch you get your ass beat to death. I'll be like, you look what to do. What to done, what to did, what you could have did. What are you talking about? These people don't make sense. Why? This is not a threat to us. They don't want to deal with us. They don't want to deal with us. You know what I mean? So that's a fallen angel. Okay, So I can show you anything they say. That's why I give people the opportunity. Bring me anything they teach. I'll show you how it don't make sense. Nigga tried to explain the altar, said, just put your energy on it. You put your energy with the altar. When you put your energy, then the higher forces can deal with you. Whose man's is this? You just put your energy on it, then the higher forces can deal with you? Who? Who? Who is the higher forces? The ancestors. All our ancestors is higher forces? The fuck is you talking about? Everybody ancestors was higher forces? Some ancestors of y'all is coming to mind. Peace be upon them. They weren't higher forces, was they? You know Ted ass wasn't no damn higher force. He was a mailman. He drank beer gut. He cussed everybody out at the cookout. He becomes a higher force when he crosses over? The fuck are you talking about? Half of the ancestors that you're speaking on didn't even reach those degrees before they crossed over. I think it's clear because you don't even got it in your bloodline. That's why these people appear how they appear. If you got it in your bloodline that these beings passed on these degrees, maybe it will be easy for you to understand when you're not making sense. So nigga told them, listen, he told these people in 4K audio, you put the energy on the altar, then it lets the higher forces come in and deal with you. It don't even make sense. Then I listen to these people just repeat shit that they don't understand. Look, they got the altar in the church, nigga. Yeah, why? For what? What is the altar in the church for? Niggas say, we don't deal with the sacrifice and shit. You don't? Then why do you have an altar? What are altars for? Did anybody know what the fucking altar is before the spiritual community hijacked it? Do you know what an altar is and what the fuck is for? Or go get the transcripts on that. It's in the Bible. I'll give you a hint. They'll explain to you what the fuck altars were used for. Sacrifice. So now you got these things. You didn't even think to call it something different so we wouldn't be like, aha, I caught you. You like, what the fuck you here doing? Sacrificing? Yeah, because that's what the fucking altar is for. So what are you sacrificing? I'm just worshiping my ancestors. I'm venerating my ancestors. You look at all you see is just eggs and bread. Not nobody picture on it. Which ancestors? Just them, yeah. You know some of your ancestors probably don't even fucking like you. Then you just bothering these beings. They don't even fuck with you. Then you summoning beings that want to come through and fuck your life up. Y'all think every ancestor mean agreeable beings? Is this what people are under the impression of? You think all the Orisha were agreeable? Is this what people are under the impression of? Y'all replace angels with ancestors and think you fucking with us? You replace God with Rashad Jamal and you think you fucking with us? You replace your own frontal lobe with divine insight over here. You think you fucking with us? Mind you, you still got a frontal lobe. Don't use it. I don't know why. But you think you over here at this level? I had to explain to this nigga, excuse me, I wasn't no regular child. We don't even know what that is. We were far more advanced. By the time we lost our land and we had to go to school in Babylon, we immediately were given an opportunity to move up in grades. I was just a child that didn't want to. I wanted to experience each grade. My mama right there, she could tell you. I was given an opportunity multiple times to just, in third grade, they said, yo, you should be sixth grading. I was on algebra and all kind of shit. By the time fourth grade is like, I said, no, I want to stay with my friends and learn this grade by grade. I don't want to leave everybody. And I did that. But I was being tested into gifted at fucking kindergarten. First grade, second grade, tested into, the teachers were not qualified to teach me. I didn't know that was a thing until I went through it. I'm 5, 6 years old being told the teacher that I have isn't even qualified to teach me because I'm far more advanced. I'm talking about things that children don't learn until like 7 years from when I'm speaking about it. So this is what I'm telling you. What the fuck you mean I was just a kid? What does that mean? That might mean something in Babylon. Because like y'all was giving like Jesus and Santa Claus and stuff like that. We weren't. So in the most, what they call in neuroscience, critical period of the development of our brain, when we're experiencing critical neurodevelopment, we weren't given things that were going to dilute or cause to be docile our frontal lobe. You understand that? Our neuroplasticity was off the charts. By the time we hit 7 years old, we ready for college. I don't understand this you was a child thing. If I was a child and that's all, then why do I remember everything about Tom and Ray that I was able to experience? Down to the colors and the sounds and everything. We were paying attention to everything. I was on the beach and found out that the beach wasn't real because something told me dig to the bottom to see how far I could go. And when I dug to the bottom, I saw black tarp. And I got in touch with all the other people around and said, this shit fake. And I was a little bitty boy. I had to be 3, 4 years old when that happened. Keep in mind, they took the land in 2005. That's how you know I can't be telling you no lie. Tom and Ray was gone in 2005. They came for Dr. Malachi York in 2002. I was born in 1998. Do the math. I was on Tom and Ray, having talked with people and learning things and watching and paying attention to the statues, and this shit is so amazing, and seeing the orbs and shit and all. I paid attention. I don't know what the fuck y'all was doing. We weren't waiting on Santa Claus. And nobody told us some white man was standing over there judging us with a mallet. You know what I mean? Or some gavel. So it is different. It's a lot different. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. That's why I said, bring me anything you people teach and we'll show you Nuwapu. Nuwapu ain't something that you got to research and just learn. It becomes a part of you. Well, you going to say some shit and that shit ain't going to sound right. That means it ain't sound and it ain't right. Speak. And we're going to hear, we're going to listen and say, nah, how that make sense? He copped out. That don't add up, family. Y'all had to live and couldn't go nowhere. How you going to tell me? I didn't even live on the land. We didn't have to live there. Nobody did. Everybody wanted to be a part of this shit. It's all over. So you read the transcript, that ain't research. You need to talk to some brothers and some sisters who was there. And then, your own people going against you. Oh, you mean like Pops told us what happened? What are you talking about? That ain't something crazy. You think that, are you under the impression that because people call themselves Nuwapians, they all agree with one another? You think that because people call themselves Sabaeans, that they love Dr. Malachi York? That they walk in this path for real? You think that that is just inherent, that because you came up saying Rahubat, that means something in your ether, in your soul being? What the fuck does the people, my own people going against me mean? I hope you're not talking about who I think you're talking about. Because if you're talking about them, there's whole audios of Dr. Malachi York explaining how they don't rock with him. I'm not going to say the names, but I done heard the audios of him saying these people are devils and he don't want to deal with them. Me being the man that I am, I ain't come out and expose them. Didn't have to. Because just knowing that that's going to be a situation when he come out, that's enough for them to have to deal with when he come out. I ain't no judge. I ain't got to do it. I just know that you can't be talking about who I think you talking about. Because the world will be surprised if I press play on some shit. They'll be shook. Only reason why I won't do it is because, for one, I don't have to, and for two, I don't think he wants certain things said yet. So I ain't gonna jump that gun. I don't think he wants certain shit known yet. All I gotta do is press play though. Simple. All I gotta do be like triangle button. And all that shit y'all talking about gets shut down. I know you ain't thinking about who I think you talking about. I know you ain't talking about them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, let's run this shit up. I sent a lie to whoever the dude is, I can't remember his name, to see he can get on. We don't duck that. We don't duck smoke. That's not how we raised. We ready for you. I sent a lie to him. Come on. We ready. We ain't ducking no smoke. You just got to come making sense. That's it. That's all we beg of you. Just make some sense, please. That's it. Peace in the Lamb is truly wonderful. Tour. Yeah, he did ride clean. Yeah, we ain't worried about none of that. I don't know who he is. Well, I'm just saying, you got to make a decision too. Like, how you going to come? If you coming with the truth, come with the truth. If not, then go ahead. Relax on it. You seen what the other ones did. They don't want to play. They don't want to play because I got time. They don't, again, I don't think they realize how much time we got. Like, we got time for real. When you show up, we ready for you. And we want to show everybody. It don't matter who you are. We're ready for you. We want to show, come, like, the ones who got something to hide, the ones who don't think that they truth stand up, they got to block people and stop them from speaking, or they got to try to destroy the narrative, da-da-da-da. We saying, come on, come talk. Hop on. Now, the worst thing to be in this day and time is a follower. I'm going to go ahead and give you a hint. The worst thing to be in this day and time is a follower. Because so many people are lost right now. So many people. And out of that so many, Ray, a lot of these leaders have risen up out of that so many group. If the conscious community leaders are trying to ignore phase one, you got to know that's for a reason. When they love debating, don't they? You talking about the debate community of the year. They love debating. Why they don't want to talk to me? They love arguing with one another. And you seen Ice's wisdom and Rod hate. Why they don't want to talk to me? Why Isis blocked me? Why they don't want to talk to me? Come and have this conversation. Stop running. You know what I'm saying? How we deal with them. It's simple. They scared of everybody's knowledge. Yeah, for sure. Because you one of those. Yeah, they know. They know. I don't think they want to play no more, y'all. They saw how it was going. I always say point by point. As long as we can deal with it, point by point. Come with anything you want to try. Point by point. We going bow, bow, bow. One at a time. Every time. And again, this is just me. This is just me doing this now. There's a lot of other brothers who will tear your shit apart. I just got the platform. Don't think that I know the most about the case or none of that. It's people it's brothers who was there with them and all kinds of stuff. Y'all just try to act like we don't exist. Anything other than this is really what we say it is. Anything other than Dr. Malachi York is who he says he is. And all your favorites copied off of him. Y'all don't want to concede the point that these people did not. Like, you have a point that these people got divine information. So we just asking you to give us one divine insight. That's all we asking. I challenge any. Shah Jamal gave divine insight. I'm just challenging you to give me one and don't be scared. Give me one divine insight that he gave. Give me one thing that was channeled from the ether. Just give me one. You see why they run? Give me one thing then. Just one thing that you can say, this must have been a message from beyond the earth plane. One. It doesn't exist. And then we give them the opportunity, say, just prove that it does. Prove that somebody brought something in outside of this plane. He said he came up with DEA, deoxyribonucleic acid. He just changed one letter of some shit that was already here. He just took deoxyribonucleic acid and said, and put a word that y'all think is spiritual that Einstein and them used to use, ether. He just put it in the middle and was like, booyah. And y'all was like, oh shit, where'd the elephant go? Now, what the fuck is DEA? I dare anybody. I dare anybody to tell me what the fuck is deoxyetheric. Etheric acid. What the fuck is that? He did a whole class explaining DEA and forgot to explain DEA. Deoxyetheric acid is just some shit he made up. Did I miss anybody? It's just some shit he made up. It doesn't even have an explanation. Ask any of the followers who just going around naming one of the fucking federal agencies. Because that's what you're doing. Ask them what is deoxy. 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 Shh. There. They don't fucking know. Ask them to explain DNA. They don't fucking know. Because somebody, I'm not going to say who, told them they don't have DNA. So, Rashad Jamal, if he need to get a test to see if it's somebody, the baby is his, he goes to get he can't get shit, can he? He show up and nothing, right? Because you see how it don't do that no more? It's a whole gap. You see the gap up here? He show up to the thing, to do the thing, and there's no thing. So it's like nothing happens no more. As a matter of fact, if Rashad Jamal shows up to a clinic to see if a child is his, this planet will go into a fucking black hole. Because it can't happen. If they extract any of his deoxyetheric acid, surely the world will end. Because nobody knows, including the source itself, what the fuck that is. So exposure to dark matter always causes an implosion. So that's antimatter. Gotta be. When they said, yo, we're going to process you in. We're going to take samples of this, samples of that. What were they collecting? My point is this. I'm actually impressed by the theatrics. I'm not. I'm impressed by the will to innovate. Collectively, I'm not. You have to at least make sense. That's all we saying. Because somebody got on the live and argued with me and was like, we don't got DNA. And then 3 minutes later, he was like, our chromosomes. And I was like, glitch, glitch. DNA, chromosome, same shit. Same shit. So, if we don't have DNA, that means we don't have genes. Y'all got to stop saying shit like genetic activations. You're not allowed because it's not fair. You can't come over here and play with us and want to take our toys. So you got to stop saying shit like genetic activations. Stop saying shit like this is in our genes. Stop using the letter G altogether. You're not a God, you're an odd. And that makes sense. I can get with that narrative. If we don't have DNA, we don't have chromosomes. If we don't have chromosomes, somatic cells don't exist. So we don't even have a body. And what's so scary is somebody probably think I'm cooking right now. And they're going to take it the wrong way. He explained DEA. I'm like, I didn't mean to. It was an accident. Can we talk about this? And niggas don't even know what somatic cells are. Not to mention eukaryote. It's going to be a lot to deal with this because you have to unravel so much, you know, like genes do. It's like it's so much to deal with that's tightly wound, you know, like DNA around histones that form chromosomes. Then they say stuff like women got the double X chromosome and we got the XY chromosome. No, they don't. Not our women. They don't have nothing. They don't have anything. You with me? Yeah, no. We don't have reproductive organs or none of that because in order for us to have we would have to have cells. Which form, we have to have cells. We have to have organelles. We have to have tissue. We would have to have organs. We would have to be alive to do any of this shit. But according to whatever the fuck deoxyetheric acid is, we ain't shit. We don't even exist. Because what the fuck is even that? That's all we've been trying to say. So somebody explain DEA, and I'll be like, just explain it. Anybody? Floor is open. Matter of fact, I might just take the next week and go on a full-blown research and post the videos and everything. It'll be fun. And just try to find somebody who's willing to come on here and explain to us DEA. And then after they done explaining DEA, I'll explain DNA. We'll see what we get, right? It'll be fine. Don't y'all think? I thought I was able to, but I can't. It's kind of hard to explain shit that don't exist. Ain't it? That's all I'm saying. So if that was the example of some shit that came through etherically, them Ethereans could have kept that shit. We don't need it. You know what I mean? My son, I have DEA. I ain't related to you. You can't talk to Ethereans like that. You don't get them bitch asses. Maybe they take their ass on somewhere with that stupid shit. DEA. But son, but nothing. The fuck, I don't know. You ain't my daddy. How y'all gonna give Moses and them some shit that makes sense? Come and give me this bullshit. Fuck I'm supposed to do with this? Y'all gave the fucking nigga Ahmed a damn book. You gonna give me 3 letters. I'm supposed to fucking fantasize about what the hell this mean. I don't get the fuck out my face. I guess we'll be on our way. Yeah, be on it. Y'all, I would talk to the Ethereans like that. They bring me some bullshit. Y'all must don't know me. Don't bring me no bullshit. What the hell? My son. Y'all waste all the time. Finally show up and reveal yourselves in all y'all glory and splendor. You gonna give me this bullshit. If I was Rashad, I wouldn't have brought y'all that. They would have been blowing my phone up. Brrr, brrr. What? I ain't gave them shit. No, bro. Y'all done phone gave me some water down shit. Nah, man. I ain't telling them nothing, bro. Make up my own shit. Yeah, that would happen when somebody gives you shit. Either they'll set his ass up. Cause you know Ethereans will like they are jokesters now. I don't think people understand who we talking about. They will prank you. They do clown around. They will prank the shit out you. So he probably got pranked. I accept that that's possible. That nigga said, "Oh shit." They walked away snickering like a bitch. And that nigga think he yeah, I knew him. Watch, look, there you go. He going live right now. They had an account and everything. If Inky got an account, you know they got accounts. They had an account and everything. They let the nigga do that shit and didn't even try to stop him. Nobody felt bad. Well, there's always one, man, we shouldn't be doing this. Man, shut the stupid ass up, man. Watch it. He going live right now. We got something called DEA, nigga. We got DEA and neuromelanin, nigga. They just eating popcorn. I just imagine some balls of light. They only got no mouth. They just put that shit in their bed, in their body. Shit. Try to tell you something, man. Y'all ain't hearing me though. Y'all ain't listening. I don't get no fuck. Don't bring me no stupid shit like that. The Ethereum. That's how you know who set them up. The Ethereans told them that. They put their stamp right in the middle. It's a joke. Just Google DEA, a federal law enforcement agency in the United States. The DEA is responsible for fighting the distribution and trafficking of illegal drugs in the U.S. Didn't I tell y'all that that's what people are doing? They're going around claiming that they got... He called me a government agent. But he got people going around claiming to be federal agents. Don't you see the irony in this shit? They say, "Oh, you want to call him a federal agent?" They said, "Here, look, we got something for you." And they got this nigga going around claiming that he's a federal agent. All the while trying to say Phase 1 is a government agent. I ain't never said we got FBI, CIA, DEA, or none of that shit in our blood. So I'm good. I'm clean. Check him. Check him. Y'all got the wrong guy. It's him. We DEA, nigga. He practically winked. And y'all was like, shit, nigga. I don't got time for this shit. I got time for this shit, but I don't got time for this shit. Hell yeah, niggas got veins full of detective. We don't need food. We need fucking sunlight. And niggas like, That was smart. That's a smart way. Keep all the food to yourself in the kingdom. Everybody short. Niggas just starving to death. We don't need food. And we don't need women. Niggas giving up their women. We giving up their food. Y'all stupid. I'm sorry. But it's okay. I think anybody could be stupid. Right knowledge unstupids you. And you just keep fucking with me like I'll try to give you shit that's gonna unstupid you. You don't gotta stupid. It's not something that's required. But everybody act like it's required. No, you don't gotta keep doing that. People been stupid before. I've been stupid before. Right knowledge unstupids you. That's how I know it works. I was stupid before. Come on now, we all been stupid. The question is, you gonna stay stupid? I remember Pop was like, some of y'all think y'all not gonna die. Right? He said, some of you think you're not gonna die. He said, hey, you're right. You're just gonna stupid away. So shit. Shit, I've been stupid a few times. Hell yeah. I've been stupid. I done went out bad. I done went out crazy before. Right now, it was right there. As soon as I get up right now, I'm like, you done? I'm like, I'm done like a bitch. I ain't never been so done. I'm finished. I'm through. Deoxyetheric acid, we need water, fruits, and veggies. You mean food? So, okay, hold on. Are you saying, just make sure, I don't want to get it wrong. Are you saying, are you trying to, can you come up? I want to make sure we get it. Are you trying to explain DEA? You can't be. Because if you try to explain DEA, no, because you can't do that. And say we need veggies and fruits. Because the same person who invented DEA said we don't need food, we need sunlight. So you got to help me out with this one. Oh, okay. Help me understand what you're doing first. What was the DEA part? Okay, I get the veggies and all that. That's healthy, right? Okay, cool. Oh, shout out to y'all who doing a fast. We on day number 6. Peace in the land is truly wonderful. I get the veggies part, right? Oh, that's straight, right? Fruit, Why you put the DEA there? What is that? Why you say the deoxyetheric acid? Can you help me understand? Do you know what it is? Do anybody? So far, all I've had to do is just talk about what he already done said out his mouth. So far, I don't got to come for him. So far, we just got to look at what you done already said and did. It's not hard to just show what's going on back there. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. He called it that. Yeah, I know. But what is it? What is it? I don't think we ever gonna know. I guess we'll never know. I don't think we ever gonna know what that shit is. Cause he ain't a good source of his own shit. Hey, maybe you could explain it. Hey, so TJ, let's see. Cause your ass probably sitting there watching the whole video trying to find one point that you could be like, this is what it is. Can you explain to me, DEA? Maybe you can do it. What's DEA?
I got it in your skin.
Huh?
That's why you added me to the live. I got in your skin.
No, I don't even like how that sound. So we're gonna start over.
I got under your skin.
No.
Yeah,
That's
it
not
got under.
some shit
I'm
you say to
I'm
no
not I'm
man.
not thinking of it in that way, so I don't
That's
gotta
what
say that. That's
I'm saying. Let's start over.
if
Let's
you
just
on that
start it
type of
over.
timing, then that's you,
No,
brother.
I wasn't because I didn't say it.
Nigga, start. Why you sent me the live and you sent me the live to look at you? I don't like looking at men. You feel me? Like, why you sent me the
I
live?
sent you the lie because it crashed last time and we were supposed to finish what we were saying.
You fronting. You kicked me out the live.
I kicked
Cause I
myself out the
couldn't come
live
back
too.
in. I tried to come back in and kept kicking me. You do that every time I say something in the comments. You stop fronting, brother.
Family, are you being for real right now?
What you said?
You being for real? Right? You mean I set up this whole microphone, the stand and everything to kick you off the live, but
That's
then
a fact, brother.
but then add you, but then add
What
you,
you said?
but
Yeah, bro.
add you, but then add you. I did all of that. You understand? If I remove you from the live, you can't even come back on. He gonna say I did that to him too. You stalked me. No, this is the Jamal effect. I didn't stall you, and no, I'm not linked in with the Instagram government to make this happen. See? And if he come back, you'll be like, what? You kicked me again. If I do that, you can't come back on the live. You see how people just be lying? Like, anybody know that if you get removed from an Instagram live, you can't just come back, right? You know what I mean? You can't just be like, is that all you got? You can't do that. If somebody boots you, you out of there until that live over. Right? Wrong? Is that more mind control that I'm talking about right now? And then I did all that. I booted you from the live. You manifested again on the same account. And then I pulled you on. No, the live ended. Am I tripping? It ended everything. So I kicked myself out too. Said, fuck this shit. You booted and I'm booted. It don't make sense. But then this is how people start wars in history. Some shit like that, and they thought they got booted off alive. Start a whole clique, and that clique go to war. 2 countries now, Russia versus America. All started with one nigga thinking that he got booted off alive, and going around telling other people, this nigga full of shit. He boots niggas off alive. He don't want nobody to talk. No, I'm literally telling everybody to talk. Use their words and get out the comments. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm trying to get you on, bro. You got to get up that damn. I don't know what the Wi-Fi situation is, fam, but you can't rely on it. All right, let's do it. What's DEA?
I ain't come here to explain nobody knowledge, brother. I came here to get down to the bottom of why you following a rapist. Let's get to that.
Okay, who's a rapist?
The teacher, brother. That's a fact. The
Okay,
master teacher.
who's
He
a
pled
rapist?
guilty. He pled guilty for rape, and you over here trying to come at me? forget Rashad. He tried to diss us, and then you gonna bring his baby moms up here, and you don't even know if he did it or not. You tell us do research, but you ain't do no research. You
That
heard?
is research.
How you ain't go to the
That
transcript, so you ain't do no research
is
by that.
research.
You ain't really sit there and watch no full video to really
It's research
understand.
to deal with the
Nah, but
people
you
that's
ain't watch
involved.
no full. I know you ain't watched no full video of his
I did.
of any of his lives to
I did.
understand what he really was saying.
I did.
Because you
And
wouldn't have sat here
it
and said
was
he
hard
called
to
all
do.
women bitches.
It
You
was
lying.
hard.
Stop
It was
capping.
hard. It was hard to do. But I have sat through his life. It was hard though. You have to
You
understand, coming from where I'm coming
indoctrinated
from,
with lies. It is
like
hard to
that
do that
really
when you
did take, and
following.
I had to meditate a lot after that because a lot of my brain cells
You
were
follow science.
completely
You follow
fried.
science, right? You
Huh?
follow science, and y'all try to say Rashad is pseudo, right?
I thought you said you ain't trying to explain somebody's knowledge.
Now I'm just trying to understand where you coming from. That's what you say, right?
I don't know about the pseudo thing. That sounds like
All
pre-K terminology.
right, but
I'm
let's
saying
get
it don't
back to
even
the
make
fact
sense.
that
Pseudo
let's
be
get back to
making
the fact
sense.
that you
Go ahead.
follow somebody who pled guilty for rape. We still ain't get back down
Okay,
to
so
that
then
fact,
here's
brother.
okay. Here's what we got to deal with. Then we did. I think it caused the computers to short
Yeah,
circuit.
you
Is
were a
Dr.
kid,
Melika?
right? So
Excuse me.
you weren't around the kids that
Excuse me.
were getting
Excuse me.
touched.
Excuse me. Because this is what I would have asked your little, like the little people, like Marshall them or Young Pharaoh, the little ones. I would have asked them this too. You were a lot bigger than him. If
You
he
said
committed a rape, why is
little
he not in
people.
prison for rape?
What you say?
Oh my
Say that
bad.
again for me. Because I was
If
trying
he
to
committed a
hear what you said the last time. But say it again.
if he committed a rape, why is he not in prison for rape?
He pled guilty for touching him. It's the same shit, bro. What
Okay,
you mean?
so if he pled guilty for touching him, why is he not in prison for touching him?
Your brother, regardless of what, he pled guilty and he took that time, and his DNA matched up, and he copped out to the shit,
You
brother.
mean his
It's simple. You
DEA
feel
matched
me?
up?
You know what I
No, I
mean. You feel me?
don't
Regardless of
because you
what.
follow Rashad Jamal, so
I
you have to
don't
explain
follow.
this to me.
I don't follow nobody. That's what
Okay,
you get.
what
Feel me?
are you doing?
Misconstrued.
Okay, get out your
Because
feelings then.
the
Explain
guy
this to me
don't.
then.
The guy he don't tell us to follow
Explain it
him.
to
You
me.
heard? He
What are
tell
his
us to
charges
tap in
right
with
now?
ourselves.
What are his charges?
And
What are Dr. Melikazi York
and
charges
at
right now?
least somebody feel me that
What
I
is
tap
Dr.
in with
Melikazi York in prison for? What is Dr.
for
Melikazi York in prison for?
touching little girls
What's the
for me.
charge?
Simple.
What's the charge?
Once your shit
What is
matched
the
up with that,
charge?
I didn't dig into all of that. I was reading
You
down shit
bro, you
throughout the
understand?
transcript,
You
brother.
came here with your hands tied behind your back.
I didn't come in here with my hands tied behind my back because
It's
of
okay. You
rip. I
got it.
already
You're doing
told
great.
you that
Uh huh.
the DNA
Mm-hmm.
he had HIV
Uh huh.
and them little girls had HIV. And you
Right.
say you a kid. You say you was a kid there, right? So
That
if
don't have nothing
little
to do
kids
with
were
whether or
getting
not he
touched,
had HIV.
if you no,
If I
regardless
was
of
a
what,
kid or an
listen,
adult.
listen, regardless of what, y'all try to say that other people in y'all camp was touching them little kids. So you was a kid there. You didn't see these little kids walking out with their ass hurting and shit like that. And feel me? Because it says that in the documents. They ass and they shit was wide open. Like you feel me? So or rip, it was wide open to the point where you're gonna feel me? Be walking
Okay,
around like
so let's deal with it. Let's deal
Somebody's
with it.
gonna
Let's
tell
deal with it.
somebody that this shit hurt.
Okay.
You heard? So
Okay, let's
you was
deal
a
with it.
kid.
Right. So let's deal with it, right? Okay, you talking about the state transcript or the federal?
I'm talking about the transcript. It don't matter what transcript it was. It was the transcripts, brother.
Yes, the
And it
fuck it
says,
does. Because, okay, do you understand that child molestation is not a federal charge?
regardless of what, he pled out
You
to touching them girls.
what?
I don't want to hear none of that, brother.
What?
On the side, he pled out to
Then
that. What? So what's his charges? You tell me what's his charges.
okay,
Since you saying
so
that, what's
you
his charges?
don't know, right? You don't know?
No, I'm not answering. What's his charges, brother? What you mean? Like
You
I
won't
asked
get
you
in
a question. You
trouble
trying
if
to
you
like
just tell the
reverse
truth.
psychology? I'm not your
You won't get
followers,
in
brother.
trouble.
You
It's
can't
no reverse.
You
It's
can't
no.
mind control me. You feel me, brother?
I'm
Because
not
I'm not
mind
like
controlling nobody.
I'm really living this
No, you
God shit. You can't mind
not
control
because
me,
if you live
brother.
in the truth, you
On
would
the
have researched
dad
before you
homies
came
I
talking,
am.
right?
On the dad
Do
homies
you
I
know
am.
his charges? Do you know
Bro, what is his charges? Since you know, what is his charges?
his
Tell me, because I
charges
already did my
are?
research. What is his charges?
You say you did your research.
What is his charges? I already seen what I need to see. Once I seen the DNA or DEA, like you like to say, once I seen that, it was that. You
So
heard?
you
On the set, I
you
come from
are
the streets. You
TJ,
heard? Dad
right? Okay, I'm gonna
homies.
ask you a question. You're TJ. You saw the DNA was like, that's all I need to see. But somehow the prosecutors, the judge, and the rest of them, they didn't have that same resolve.
What you mean?
The
They didn't
judge
have that.
and the
That's
rest
why
of
he
them
didn't
saw
take it to trial.
DNA.
Did he take it
They
to
saw,
trial?
listen,
Like,
the
come on, man.
judge and the rest of them saw DNA evidence of everything you saying, and they decided not to charge him.
Breaking up.
The judge and the DEA,
Yeah, bro.
the judge, FBI, all of the
Your Wi-Fi,
prosecutors,
bro. I
everybody.
can't hear nothing you're saying. You're gonna have to like say that over. I couldn't hear nothing you just said, bro.
Is it clear now? Am I breaking up to y'all?
You clear, brother.
Okay, what I'm saying to you is the judge, the prosecutors, and the rest of these people saw the same thing you saw, which is the DNA and everything matched. Yet they decided not to charge him with rape, not to charge him with child molestation, not to charge him with any of these stuff.
Because
It all went away.
he did not go through with it, brother. What are you talking
Go
about?
through it what?
He did not try to take it to trial.
He
He knew that
did.
they had too much
He
evidence
did.
against him.
He took it to trial.
So
Now what do we do?
where is that at? Direct me to that. I need to see that. Pull it up. Since you got
My
now, if that's
computer
your
is
feature, you would have it. Pull it up.
my
I didn't see that.
computer is
So pull that up.
all the way over there in the beach. So I'm not going over there right now.
You don't got another phone?
No, I
You don't
mean
got two phones?
if somebody that's on the live bring me a device, if they hear me and they care to do that, then we'll do that. Other than that, family, he went to trial
So you don't got two
in the
phones,
state
brother?
and the federal. I have multiple
All
devices.
right, brother. You don't got
Do you
YouTube
have
or
another
2B?
device?
Yeah,
Do
I got
you have
another.
another? Okay,
I
can you
do.
pull it up? Dr. Melchizedek went to trial.
That's not what my phone here for. Do you got another phone, brother?
Are you afraid?
You should have something because you're defending him. So you should have
That
something
sounds like the flat
within
earth
arm's
thing.
reach. Within
I thought
arm's reach
you
that
did
you can
research
clear
though.
all
You
this
didn't
up.
know he went to trial?
I did research. I'm trying to figure out where that
You
is.
didn't when
So
okay, where did your research stop? In the state or in the federal?
yo, brother. All I'm telling you is what I've seen. I'm not about to get
Okay,
in.
did
You're
you
not
see
about to try to
it in
mind
the
control
state
me,
case or the
brother.
federal
Yo,
case?
bro, I'm from the streets, bro. I'm not none of these niggas you heard. I got on here in the last time with you on some calm shit, but you tried to play me, bro. Stop, feel me, like trying to talk around circles.
Listen,
You feel me, bro? Word of my mother,
did you see what you
like
saw in the
you
state
try
case
to
or the
play with
federal
niggas
case?
like I'm this, that, and the third week,
Did
dumb
you see
stupid.
what you
Stop
saw
trying to
in the
be little
state
niggas,
case or the
like, feel
federal
me?
case? Which one? Do you know?
Let's get to the fact why your own peoples that be around you say you just not right.
So you
You
could
feel
see
me?
that point?
People that be around you say you just
Okay,
not a
name
right person.
somebody that be around me. Name somebody.
Didn't you get into it with Beyond 5D over a girl? That's what I'm
Beyond
hearing.
5D
You
ain't
heard?
around us. That's a
Nah,
nigga from y'all spiritual
nah,
communities.
what? Didn't you get into it with him
Beyond
over
5D is from your
these
spiritual
people that be
communities.
around you, bro?
That's not somebody around us.
So people that be around
We
you is
we
just
we
saying
met
that.
Beyond 5D because Lifewave invited him to some shit that was
All
family
right, so
business.
he was around you, brother. That like come on. I didn't say he'd be
Okay,
around you.
so
I
let me
said,
make sure I
didn't you
understand.
get into it? Yo, bro,
Where you get this idea from?
you ask
Where
me
you get
so
the
much
idea with
questions,
Beyond
but then
5D from?
you don't answer the questions that somebody else is
Okay,
asking
you
you. You try to
you
go around
wrong.
it. I
You
asked you.
wrong.
Listen, my
They don't be
words say
around me.
equipment. I asked you. I
You
didn't say he'd be
think
around you.
Beyond 5D
I
and myself
said,
is from the
didn't
same
you
cloth?
listen? I said, didn't you get
I
into
didn't
it with
get
Beyond
into it with
5D
nobody.
over a girl, or were you
No,
feeling some type of way about that?
no. That's your answer. You said I don't
And
answer right.
when
No.
when you were out gathering with your peoples or whatever y'all do,
Okay.
did they not want to like leave you, and then the only person that would answer the phone was Amos?
Did they not want to leave me?
Like yeah, they didn't want to be around you for real. Like
Did you watch
they didn't want to be around you for real. You
did you
heard?
watch
I did
Lifeways live?
research, bro, on you. I
You
watched your
research by
full
watching
video,
Lifeways live. And you
not
watched the
just
live
live,
with Lifewave and Atmos and the other nigga Sun God.
regardless of what, bro. The people that be
And
around
now
you don't want
you
to be
think you
around you.
understand something
So
about
why
that?
would I want to? You feel me? Why do people that be around you don't want to be around you, brother?
Okay, there you go. That's a good question. Now you know there's a difference with what you ask, right? So I'm gonna answer it so I don't gotta blow your brain with showing you
You're
there's a difference.
not blowing my
People
brain,
don't
bro.
want
You
to be
blowing Nate
around
brain.
somebody who's gonna hold you accountable for doing the right thing. People tend to not like that shit.
Now I feel you on that because I do that to
Boom.
people. You heard, but regardless. I definitely do. Feel me? And that's one thing I'm not gonna lie about, because I definitely seen the video and I'm like, damn, I do see a little bit of what he's saying. But you still trying to attack somebody and tear down somebody's image that you had no proof if they ever did no such thing, and they never copped out and said that they did, brother. So therefore, you brought up his DM on the live with no proof, and you made them cash app her with no proof. So that's unrighteous right then and there, because you don't know for sure. You brought her up here to see, and then without seeing and getting both of them on the live, because he's in jail. How are you going to get him on the live? You didn't get both sides of the story. You went off of videos and then her side of the story. That's not righteous. You heard? That's not right knowledge, brother. You can't do that. You feel me? On the side.
So let me ask you a question. If what you're saying is true, and I
Real
didn't
nigga,
use,
cuz. Because I
if,
understand, I understand you.
let me
Not
ask
for
you a question.
interrupting
If
you
what
too,
you're
but
saying,
I understand you. You're not a bad musician or none of that.
listen,
You heard? You
I don't need
really a
that.
good. You feel me? I
Listen,
don't
if
care
what you
about
saying,
if you made it or not.
saying
I'm a
is
real
true,
nigga. You heard? Dead homies.
yeah.
Like,
If what
you
check
feel
this
me?
out.
But what you doing? You doing weird shit. You heard? On the
Check this
side.
out. Okay, so check this out. Let's say if what you're saying is true, right? And I didn't
He ain't
use
say.
the
You
right
notice he ain't say
knowledge.
one good thing about our type of people though. He would never. You feel me? That's a
If
fact.
what you're saying is true and I didn't use right knowledge and I got one side, did you or did you not just come on here and call Dr. Melakazi a rapist?
No, I said that's not right. Now I don't subscribe to that. If you
Did you
pay attention,
call?
I'm stoning.
Did
You
you
feel me?
call Dr.
No, I'm from the
Melakazi a
streets.
rapist?
You know what I just
Did you
did?
call
I
Dr.
just threw a
Melakazi
shot.
Did you
That
call him that? Did you
yo,
call him
bro.
that?
That's what is in the
Did
transcript,
you
brother.
call him that?
He had HIV
Do you
and
have
they
his
had
side?
HIV.
Do you have his side of the story?
I see the
Do you have
That's what I'm saying.
his
I
side
listen.
of the
I'm going off
story?
of the transcript
Do
and what
you
they
have
fled to.
Dr.
When I was
Melakazi
in the
your
street, yo,
side
listen,
of the
bro.
story?
You probably went to juvias
Do
and shit like that.
you have
I really went to
his
jail,
side
all
of the
type of shit.
story?
When I was in the streets, bro, and I'm not
Do
glorifying
you
shit for
have
goofy,
Dr.
but
Melakazi your
you
side
feel
of
me,
the
bro?
story?
I know what copping out is, bro. I don't want to
Do
hear none
you
of that
have
dumb
Dr.
shit, bro.
Melakazi your side?
Do you have Rashad's side?
No.
You never got nobody up here that's
No.
gonna talk
Check
to you
this
about
out.
this,
Check
bro.
this
That's why
out.
your views is
Check this
really
out.
up for real.
I don't. Did I call Rashad Jamal a child molester?
Yo, bro, you got his wife or his
Did
ex
I
DM.
call
You
him
got
a
his
child
ex
molester?
DM on the live.
You got me on the live.
I didn't say that you did, so I'm not answering that. I
Okay.
didn't.
Did
Them
you
words
call
didn't come out
Dr.
my mouth.
Melakazi?
You
Did
got
you call
his
Dr. Melakazi?
ex BF. It's
Did
in the
you
transcript.
did
Why
you
is the
call Dr.
DNA matching
Melakazi?
up? I don't care about none of
Listen,
that. You got
did
his
you
ex
call Dr.
DM up
Melakazi?
here, and you
Did
made
you
them
call
pay for
Dr.
her. You
Melakazi
made
a
them cash
rapist?
app her, and you didn't
Did
know if
you
she
call
fully
Dr.
did.
Melakazi?
So if you
Did you
don't know
call
if
Dr.
he's a child
Melakazi?
molester,
You
then
see what I'm
say
saying?
somebody who
I
could be
know you
trying
got
to
to
be a
speak
liar.
because it's fucking with your soul right now. It fucks with your soul of
It
ether.
doesn't.
Did you call
It
Dr.
honestly fucked with my
Melakazi
soul
York a
when I found out
rapist?
he was a
Did
racist.
you
Word of
call
my
him
mother.
that? Did you call him that?
Word of
Did you
bro. Fuck out of here,
call him
brother.
that?
What you said?
Did you? Did you
Yeah.
call Dr. Melakazi York a rapist?
You heard what I said because the DNA. Simple,
Okay,
brother.
so boom, we're
But
not
you
the
have
same.
no DNA.
I
You
didn't
have no
call Rashad
DNA.
Jamal a
You
child
have no
molester.
DNA.
I didn't
It doesn't matter.
call
Once
him a
I come
child
from the streets,
molester.
once you
There's
get
a
paperwork, it's
difference.
certified, brother. What you talking about?
You
I come from
said
the
it as
trenches.
if you
If
had
I
the
got paper,
facts
if I
and
got
you ain't even
paperwork that
read all
Rashad
of what
said,
your
if
source
I got
is.
paperwork that Rashad DNA was matching up, I know that the government for me could do shit with DNA. But if I got DNA that he had HIV, all this extra shit, he gonna be questioned too. I don't give a fuck who you is, brother. And
You
he
can
did not
question it.
have none of
You
that.
didn't you
He
didn't
didn't have
say
none of
you,
that
you
in the
didn't question
transcript.
it. You said
He
he
didn't have
was
none of that in
something.
the transcript. What you said?
You said he was something. You didn't question it.
Question who?
You didn't question if Dr. Melakazi York was anything. You claimed that he
I
was.
said if Rashad was on some weird shit, I would have questioned it as well. Like
You
I'm questioning the
got on here
transcript,
and
brother.
said, why are
What are
you
you talking
following
about?
a rapist?
That's a fact. And
You did what you're saying I did. I didn't do what you're saying I did.
no,
You're doing
brother.
that.
No. I stated you made them cash app her without
I
knowing
didn't
if
make
she was
anybody do
right.
anything.
Nigga, once
I
you
didn't
sit the
make
shit right
anybody
there and
do
say,
anything.
yo, y'all cash app her, da 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 da, y'all know
Okay,
how we do family over
so
here, blah blah blah.
anybody with
You asking
brains,
them to cash app her. It don't matter.
listen,
Making them
did Phase
whatever.
One make y'all send somebody cash out?
All right, you didn't forcefully do it, but you asked
Okay,
them
so
to
change
send
your
her a
wording.
cash app. So you asked them to send her a
And
cash
of
app
their
so she
own
could potentially be
free
a
will, they
liar.
did.
She could potentially be. It don't matter. I'm not trying to say you forced them,
And of their
but
listen, their
they could.
own free
She
will,
could
right? They
listen. She
send it
could
of their own free
potentially
will.
be a liar, brother. Like that's like me.
I
Like come on,
listen.
bro.
So my
The
question
fuck,
to you
bro.
is, with all that you saying, did I
Simple,
ever
bro.
say Rashad Jamal is a child molester?
It's like come on, bro.
Did
It
I
don't
ever
matter
say
about
it?
none of that, bro. You
Did
got
I
his
ever say
DM
it?
up on here,
Did I
and you
ever
did
say
not
Rashad Jamal
like
was a
try
child
to,
molester?
yo,
Did
bro.
I ever say he was guilty?
I don't be in your lives 100%. You
Okay,
probably
so
did on the set. I don't
anybody
feel
that's
me
been
like
on my lives, do I push to
that,
y'all
homies, man.
that Rashad Jamal is guilty and he's a child molester? Have I ever said it once? Have I ever said y'all following a child molester?
Yo, bro, your people's in the comment section trying to violate. They gonna be on your side, bro. They brainwashed.
That's not okay.
I ain't brainwashed because if you go look on I ain't even gonna keep promoting, feel me, but if you look on my channel, I watch OMS Visions as much as I watch everybody's
It's
channel. When y'all people
OSM.
can't, OM,
OSM Visions.
same
I don't
thing,
know
but I
how
watch they channel as
far
much,
you looked into
and
them
I
that you don't know the
and
three
I
letters.
and I react to your videos as much as I react to everybody else's
Okay.
videos to give people a
Okay.
fair
And yet
shot.
you still
So
ain't let go of the
therefore,
Rashad
I'm
thing.
not. No, I don't. Nigga, me. I just told you I don't follow
So
nobody,
let's
brother.
deal with it. I
I'm
want to
gonna
deal
still
with it
watch
if
your
we
video.
can.
Yo,
You know,
bro.
what we've been taught
Yo,
through
bro.
right now is you got to have
Yo, bro.
composure or your conversations go
You
nowhere.
feel to
You don't
realize,
have
bro.
to be agreeing with somebody, but if you don't have composure enough to stick to the points, what are we talking for?
Yo, bro. You feel to realize, bro. Like I'm in some shit that
You
I own
said
right now, brother. Like
something
I
about Dr.
actually do shit within
Melakazi,
my life,
and we
bro.
want
I
to
don't.
deal with
I
it if
take
you're okay with
information
that.
and
Unless you
bro.
think
I don't.
that somehow, if we're both talking at the screen at the same time, we're both able to understand what we're saying. We're not women. They can do it. Men don't have
Nah,
that
bro. Cause I don't
capacity.
like the fact that you try to play me like I'm stupid, bro. And I
Bro, we're
like, come on, bro.
not in pre-K.
I actually own the shit that I'm in. I heard about the cars that you be in. I got more cars than you could. You feel me? I got shit
You
that
heard about the
feel
car
me
that I
like
be in?
on the set. I heard that
Did
you
you?
be you feel me like the
Go
lifestyle
ahead.
you
Tell
be
me about the
living and you
car that
got
I be in.
the lifestyle you be living and you
Tell
got
me
that much
about the car
followers
that
and
I
then you
be in.
but you try to call me stupid and you can't be
Tell
stupid
me
and attain
about the
you
car
can't
that I
be
be in
dumb
that
in
you
a
heard
you
about.
can't be dumb and own the shit that you live in. You can't be
Tell me
dumb
about the
and
car
have more
that I
you feel
be
me
in
like
that you heard about.
I heard it was raggedy. I heard it was busted up. You feel me? And then I seen it in the story. You had like a little crack in your window. It was like a Nissan or some shit. And I know cars because I sell cars. So that shit was like a Sentra. You was in a Nissan Sentra one of the times with a little steering wheel, which you feel me? The little girly steering wheel and shit like that. Damn homies.
Nigga, that wasn't even my car. And that
You
wasn't even me driving.
I don't drive shit that's
That
not my
wasn't
car. I drive
even me
Benzes.
driving.
I drive good
That
V's,
wasn't
brother.
even me.
That's what I'm trying to tell you though.
You just Jones somebody. You just Jones the shit out of a nigga. That wasn't even me.
It
That
don't matter.
was
I can tell
somebody
you
that
what.
posted.
Listen,
It do
I can
matter.
tell
You
you what
just said it.
I can tell you what I seen, and I can tell you what I do, brother.
Okay.
So,
So here's the difference
and
between us.
if that
You
wasn't in
see
your V,
something and you
then
think, oh,
what is your V?
this is research because I'm looking at it. That's not
I can tell
research.
I can tell it wasn't your V because it's a girl still steering wheel,
It
but you was
wasn't
still
me.
driving it.
It wasn't me driving. Real
So
quick.
you posted
Wasn't
that?
that E9, y'all? Hey,
Yo,
who
bro.
vehicle was that? He just jumped the shit out your ass too. You gonna have to get back with him. Wasn't that Eternal video
All right.
vehicle? That was his
So if
video,
it was
right?
Nah, but if it wasn't you, I'm not trying to violate them because Rick, you got 300K followers, brother. You famous, bro. You
My
should be doing
point
something with your
is,
life. You should be
you
doing something
said
with your life.
this.
You feel me?
This is
Like you should
yet
be owning
another
shit.
point.
You should be
This
helping
is
people.
yet another
You don't
point you're
even
gonna
got
have
no
to
shit.
concede.
Niggas can't even come to your land if they wanted to. Niggas, they couldn't even come to your spot because you don't own it. You feel me? Like you would get removed from your shit.
Oh, are you
Yeah,
sure about
homie.
this
And
too?
just cause you
Okay,
don't own land don't mean you can't get removed. But damn homies.
let's speak on a living one, right?
I
Because
we gonna get back to this, brother. My son
you
crazy.
listen. You said I know about the car. I heard about the car you be in and everything. This supposed to mean something when all you really was saying was you looked at my Instagram page and saw somebody playing my music in their car that I posted.
Nah,
That's your idea of research, and we on the same
your
page. We on the
man
same
said
level.
when y'all was in the gathering, you pulled up in some busted shit that he would never think that somebody with that much followers would pull up and they all had other
Who
good
said that?
V's. You
Who
feel me?
said this?
The same people that you said that was talking crazy on the
I didn't
live
have
or
no
whatever.
bit following then.
Yo, bro.
See,
He said I don't have no
you
good
fucking
followers.
up. You know you fucked up, right?
Now it is. Now it is,
I
brother.
pulled up
He
to
said
the
I have no good.
gathering
Yo,
in a
bro.
coupe, a black coupe, and I
Regardless of
had
what. And
23,000 followers.
listen, but the crazy part about it, then you was probably my age. So if you like how you said earlier, you been knew this shit before me. You ain't grow up how I grew up. I was in jail a few years ago. You should have more than me, brother. And all my shit is legal. I don't do nothing.
How old are
Dead homies,
you?
nigga.
How old are you, family?
I'm 21, brother.
Okay, I'm 26.
All right then. So
In
yeah, a few years ago
2022,
when you was in that situation,
in
you was
2022 I
probably
was
around what
23.
I'm. All right then. So you was. All right then. Word. So come on, bro.
So
You have
what's
more
the point
experience,
now?
and the fact that you
Okay,
grew up
I'm doing my
knowing
best to
yourself,
help. I'm doing my
you
best
should
to
be
help
able
the
to
thing move
dominate this
forward.
physical realm, brother.
You
You should
okay?
be able to dominate the
I
physical
think
realm
I get
without
it
people
though. Cause
sending you
Rashad
cash
Jamal
apps.
was like,
People
show
shouldn't
me
be able to send you cash.
25,000.
People that are in a situation that they probably have to, feel me, struggle to pay their bills, feed their kids and shit like that, shouldn't have to send you money, nigga.
They don't
Come on,
have
stop
to.
paying.
They don't have to.
You know what you're doing, brother. Come on, I
Yeah,
don't want to hear none of
I
that
know what
dumb
I'm
shit.
doing. Do you
Stop
know
it.
what you're doing? Because
You
nothing
give
that
it
you said has made
once
sense
you
yet.
give somebody
That's why you
that once you
keep
give
jumping
somebody
from
that
point to
spark,
point.
once you
I
give
remember your
somebody that
original one.
spark that they want to
Wasn't
change
much to
their life,
stand
nigga,
on, but I'm
you
trying to
know
get
what
you
that
back to
is,
that.
brother. Once you give
It's,
somebody that spark that
okay,
they want
we
to
done
change
with the
their life
car
or do
thing,
something
right?
better,
That wasn't my car.
stop it, bro.
It wasn't me driving. Okay,
All right,
you brought
let's
up
get to the
gossip
fact of
about what I pulled
why
up
are
to
you
in the
listening to
gathering that happened
people
in
to
2022.
follow a
I don't
rapist?
know why,
Why do you
but you
have
did it.
people
I didn't make you do
sending
it.
you money to invest in your
Is that
career?
why you're
And what are
upset?
they
Because
getting?
people are
Yo,
supporting
listen,
me?
I'm from the street. When
You
you give somebody bread, you're
keep
supposed to get a
saying you from the
return.
streets. I don't think it taught you shit about
I don't
principle.
care about. I watch the old heads. I listen more
You
than I
shouldn't. You
fucking
watched the
talk.
wrong old
I you
heads
I listen more. No.
because
You high,
they
brother.
didn't teach you to
You
like know
high,
what you talking
brother.
about before you
You
open your
high,
mouth.
brother.
That's one of the
The
first
old,
things you would have
the
had to
main
know.
old head I
Know what you
watch.
talking about before you open
Listen,
your
the
mouth, or
crazy
somebody
part
gonna
about
run
it,
in.
the
That's one of
main
the first
old head
things
I
we had to
watch.
learn outside.
But
Don't just go
the thing
popping
about
off
that,
on
the thing
anybody. You don't
about
know
that
who the
is
fuck you talking to.
you're not gonna run a
I
mouth
can't
without
I
getting
can't
ran in
see
your
not
mouth.
one
You heard?
wise old
So
head was
it
around you.
doesn't matter about that. But Pete, the old head I was around, the main one didn't gangbang, brother.
He
So that's
probably
how
should
much
have.
you know. You feel me?
He probably should have
Crazy,
then. Because I know a lot of
you
gang members had principle. And one of the things about that
crazy,
code is you don't run your mouth about shit you don't know nothing about.
you crazy. You
Right?
and that's what
Or
you do.
wrong. Where the members at?
You didn't
Never
know
mind, never
you
mind.
didn't
Don't
know
comment. Because
you didn't know
no.
nothing about
Don't
you didn't
comment,
know
y'all. You
anything
niggas
about
taking
what
this shit
had going
federal.
on. You didn't
Huh?
know anything about Rashad Jamal case, none of that. And you brought his BM up there and then asked him to cash up him after you still didn't get down to the bottom of it. Fuck is you talking about,
Okay.
nigga? Sound crazy as shit.
So here's the situation.
You said,
Yeah,
yo, bro, you
I
talk
let
shit on
them
like that,
support.
bro.
I
You really
asked them to
you
support
crazy,
the
nigga.
baby's mother.
You grew up knowing
I did.
yourself.
What the
Stop
fuck
saying the
do that
real
got to
members.
do with you? What they got to do
What are
with
you a
you?
real member of?
What they got to
I
do
knew my
with
seeds
you?
before
I'm a member
ABC.
of a
What are you a
living.
real? What are you
I'm
a
a
real
member of a
member of?
living system of
All right,
beings.
so don't talk about real members because you wasn't around real
You
members
don't
since
know
you
nothing
was here
about it.
on
We
this
ain't got to go
since you
there. This is
landed on
the
this
internet,
planet.
bro. I hope I
I'm
meet you one day.
you
This
was
is the
around
internet.
that,
We
and
don't got to go there,
I
bro. We
owe
can
you
sit
one
that
day
down.
on the dead
We can
homies.
get that. We
You
can sit that
crazy
down.
as
I don't
hell.
got to put nothing on
On the
nothing.
set.
I hope I meet you
Yo,
one day.
bro,
We don't gotta. We don't gotta go
I
there.
just showed you.
We
I
don't
got
have to
more cars than I
go
can
there.
count on my
We
finger.
don't
I
have
could
to go
talk to
there.
you.
We don't have to go there.
Now,
Let's get
you
back to the.
feel me?
Let's get back to the talk.
I'm on peaceful timing.
We don't
We
gotta go
30.
there, family. We don't
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
go
on
nowhere
peaceful
near there.
timing, brother.
We can just put that back on where it was at,
I'm on
and let's keep talking.
peaceful timing, brother.
So
He ain't on
that
nothing.
wasn't my car. I don't know where you got that from. You gossiping about what I pulled
Yeah, I
up
noticed.
into the
He said he
gathering.
wanted to see me in person. I ain't talked to him like that
I
first.
said I
I'm not
want to
gonna
see
talk.
you in person. I said I hope I meet you one day. It's a
Yeah, that's a
difference.
threat. But coming from the trenches, that's a threat, bro.
That's
So,
not no.
but Rip,
What the fuck you talking about? What
come on,
trenches you
bro.
came
Like
from? Where that's a threat?
on the dead
How's a
homies,
threat?
that's a threat,
Niggas
brother. Because any
who
nigga
come
that
from
I
that
talk,
club, we
look,
don't
I
gotta
wanted to
like
any nigga that
we don't have
when
to
I was
squabble up,
come on,
bro.
any nigga I said
Niggas know how to
I'll see
talk. Niggas
you.
know how to
I
sit
can't
down and
wait till I
break
see
bread.
you.
Niggas know how to really get shit done. You what we call a crash out. We don't send us to
Yo,
deal with
bro,
that.
I'm
We
not
send Lil ones to deal with
yo,
that.
bro.
You a
I would
crash out.
rather
Fuck, don't need
fight
to
you
meet
with
with you
ease
for.
than crash. I'd rather fight
Jed a
you.
crash.
You feel me? Like, come
What do you
on,
do
bro.
that for?
I would
No,
rather
you a
fight
crash out.
you with ease than crash
No,
out on you. That's not
I
crashing
would
out,
like to
bro.
meet you to be able to show
We
you
could
who you dealing with. Like,
you
bro,
feel me?
we show
Like,
you what we made of.
damn. But I'm
That don't
saying
mean we animals and
I
we
will do
gorillas
this
and we
before I
don't
will
know
do
how to
anything
speak
that you thinking, bro. I'm not about
intelligently.
to
Meaning,
crash out
okay,
on
I'm
you.
gonna let you talk
You
and then
look
I'm gonna
like
talk after
me.
you.
Nah, cause you think that I'm talking about guns and some dumb shit. I'm talking about like you said, we could talk once I meet you, and if you on any other energy than that, that's when we come on. I really come from the streets, bro. I would never just see you. You feel me? I'm gonna ask you what's up, bro. I'm not no goofy, bro. I done seen niggas with their BMs, all type. Like, bro, you don't know who you talking to, bro. Dead homies, bro. I done made niggas run all type of shit, bro. I don't glorify none of that shit, but that shit all goofy, lame shit, because those is my people, bro. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? You crazy, bro. You act like you talking to a nigga that's a crack. You trying to categorize me, and then you want to come at these white people when you doing the same shit as them. The fuck is you talking about? That's crazy, bro. And then you get aggressive with me and then talk about I'm the crash out, bro. We was
You
having
think
a
I'm being
respectful
aggressive with
conversation.
you?
Both times we was having a respectful conversation until you curse, bro. You start talking crazy out your mouth,
Oh, I
bro.
cuss.
What you mean?
I cuss. And I even said, you know what,
I ain't
cool. Because everybody cuss. But,
Now worry about I ain't cussed at you though. You feel me? It wasn't there
okay,
yet.
I
You heard?
cuss.
I
Simple. But then when you
respect it
said
though.
it,
You cool. You
yes or
definitely
no,
do
did
what you
I
want
be
to do
like,
though.
when you
What's that?
said that, yes or no, did I be like, okay, I respect it, I ain't gonna cuss at
Nigga
you?
said I got a Rashad jersey and y'all some dick riders. Word of bro.
When you
I'm not even
said that I was
pressing
cussing at you,
y'all.
when you did that, yes or no, did I be like, okay, I respect that, I ain't gonna cuss at
Nah, yeah, you did on the set.
you? Okay, that was real
But
nigga shit
you
then.
start bringing it. You started bringing it there, bro. You talking about when I see you. You ain't clarify
I
when I
ain't say
see
nothing
you.
about
You
no
feel me?
when I see
Until
you.
you get what I'm saying. I can't wait till whatever you said. You heard. You know what you said,
You
brother.
don't remember
You feel me? But
now? You gotta bring your emotion. You still eat meat?
nah.
Okay. A part of not eating meat is to help you deal with like balancing chemicals in your body out. Bring
Nigga,
that down.
they said that you had a hamburger in front of them, brother, and they was eating shrimp in the video. Stop chatting like you don't eat meat, you goofy ass nigga. Stop
That
trying to
was in
play with me now. Stop trying
2022.
to. I don't give a fuck when it was, brother. You knew when you was since you was younger, right? I didn't know when I was since I was younger. And the minute I did, I cut all of that shit
No,
out.
you're
I
wrong.
don't want to hear that.
You're
I
wrong.
cut all of it out. I don't
You
want
have
to
to
hear it.
understand. You have to understand. You're wrong.
Nigga talking. Who you talking to,
You're
brother?
wrong.
Like, come
I
on, bro.
haven't eaten
I'm a
meat
nigga that I'm
since
sitting with
January
strawberry.
1st,
I didn't have to
2024.
do
That's
that.
another
Listen,
point you
I didn't
brought
have
up
to
that you're
go
wrong about.
in my refrigerator to grab this. My strawberries is
That's
sitting
what's
right
up.
here,
I'm
brother. What
grateful.
the
So
fuck are you
you
talking
just
about?
said I eat meat
Come on.
because of a
It's
video
what
that
I
came out
drink, brother.
about some
What
shit
I
happened in
do,
2022.
nigga. Yo,
That was
bro, regardless of what,
2022.
just like I said, when you knew yourself since you was younger, you
So
said that
what? So the
actually.
fuck what?
I
You know
didn't.
yourself. You know
And
yourself now.
the minute I found
You,
out who I was, I cut out eating
listen,
meat
you
because
know
I knew that
yourself
was
now, right?
bad for me, right?
You know
All right
yourself
then.
now?
So why you ordered a cheeseburger and all type of shit off of somebody else's money?
Do you know yourself now?
I never been a type of nigga to do no shit like
Listen,
that. Especially if it's a nigga
the
that's
one
not
you talking
trustworthy
about,
like
LifeWave,
that.
who
And I
was
ain't
like
do nothing.
your source,
Did you do something for
LifeWave,
Lightweight? Did you ever do
LifeWave, who
something
is
for
your
Lightweight for
source
him
of
to do something
information
for you
right
for
now?
free?
He
Any nigga that do
offered
something for
to
me, I
buy
did something for free.
everybody's food that night. He showed me
I'm
his
not
phone. He
letting
had
them.
over, you don't
I'm
know
a
what you're
real
talking about, so let me
nigga.
tell you.
Any nigga that
Because you
offer, I
asked.
appreciate you,
Until you
brother. I
bring
got
up a
mine.
point where you like, yo, don't address this, I'm gonna address each point.
All right. And
He
then what Lightweight said?
listen,
He said that he offered, and then
he showed me,
you
listen,
ordered the most
y'all are just
shit.
showing me that
Big
people
boy,
that are
you
followed behind
ordered the
Rashad
most shit.
Jamal at any point in time, y'all don't have
But listen,
composure to
y'all
have a
nigga tried to
conversation.
nigga tried to play me. Said I eat meat, but he said that you ordered the
I
most
said,
shit.
do you eat meat?
Everybody else
I
ordered
said, do you
regular.
eat meat?
You know, man, I don't want to hear that. He
And
said
then you said
everybody
no. Okay, cool. So then you got it wrong. So LifeWave
try to
offered
play
to
me.
pay for everybody food that night.
Come on, we
He showed
don't gotta do
me
this. This
his phone.
mushrooms, nigga.
He
Fuck
was
is you
like, yo,
talking?
came in this week. Over $100,000 he showed me on the phone. I said, oh, that's what's up. I sat down and was humbly figure out whatever the hell was in my pocket to put toward the food, which wasn't a lot. LifeWave offered to pay for everybody food, and he did. And he was buying all kind of stuff for other people, tipping the waitresses. He was going up big because he hit big with whatever he was doing with his business. Don't know why this is a point that we addressing. You know what I mean? And look, here you go again. It's the Wi-Fi. I don't know. It's probably why you think I'm cutting out. So far, everything these people will say just be wrong. And I just be trying to figure out what y'all gonna say that's on point so we don't got to keep dealing with that reality. The nigga said, nah, we good, That's why I said we're gonna leave all that. And it's just internet shit. It's internet shit, It's internet shit. It ain't nothing. So nigga gonna, you know what I'm saying? And I'm for real, like that's internet shit. That's over with. All right, okay, cool. Word law. So nigga gonna be like, um, I know I heard about what you drive. Da 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 da. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm like, okay, that wasn't even me. You just jawed the shit out of one of my supporters. Okay, you took his ass out. Yeah, you got the crack in your shit and everything. He jawed it. All right, boom. I don't know what that would even have to do with me, but it wasn't me. It's one of my supporters, and they were riding around listening to my music. Okay, I know what they're probably your girl car. I seen the steering wheel, joining again. But I wasn't driving it. So then he jumped. You notice that every time I said something, he couldn't concede not one point. I'm just saying, are you willing to realize that you fucked up on that point? That's all I'm asking. Because you did. So then you got to jump to another one. You couldn't stand still on anything. Then I know your resources. Your research on me was one video that the niggas was able to muster up when it took 4 niggas to get on live and say nothing the whole video. 4 niggas got on live and called themselves exposing me and said absolutely nothing amongst the 4 of them. I take a video on one person, it'd be 2-3 hours long. Not only do you understand why that being is there, you done learn so many sciences throughout the whole exposing, you forget that we even talking about this nigga no motherfucking more. That's what my kind can do. You got on here. Okay, I'm gonna let you charge up. You know, yeah, I'm gonna hold up. Trust me. Right knowledge has time. The source is Lifeway. Now, I get it because it's like they need something. Niggas like Faise 1 exposed. You probably type that shit in. Like somebody, give me something. Why the fuck would you order me the cheeseburger in 2022, nigga? And these is the woke ones. They advanced. Why the fuck would you order the cheeseburger in 2022, nigga? Why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you let another nigga buy you a cheeseburger? I would never, nigga. I'm from the streets. Shit, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? I know a lot of niggas from the streets who get to the counter, pat their pockets. One nigga be like, I got everybody. The fuck you talking about? Street niggas like shit bought for them too. The fuck street you came from? The cul-de-sac? I don't understand this shit. This go around shit you got going on. Name one nigga. Where the street niggas at? Street niggas. You gonna be like, I'm too street for this shit and just go hungry? When your homeboy like, fuck it, nigga, I got you. Don't even worry about that shit. Fuck is these niggas talking about? I'm from the streets. He said this shit like 5 times, make me think you not really from there. I don't give a damn about what the fuck you threw up. I don't gotta throw up what the fuck. I'm saying, I don't know what y'all niggas got going on. We do this shit a little different. Whoa, we don't know what's happening with that, but I'm from the streets. Why the fuck you gotta keep saying that shit? Every time you say that, it lose the thing. You know what I'm saying? I said, if I ain't never paid for shit, bro shit, I'm not letting him pay for my shit. Yeah, all right. Okay. What the fuck? Do he got the same fucking, he got the same morals? Y'all sitting there doing the Spider-Man meme to figure out who gonna pay first? Y'all niggas live like fucking robots. We don't live like that. Nigga, we ain't talking about that type of shit. Nigga got some money on, boom. You might pay for everybody's shit, nothing. Boom. Okay, cool. Next time, he might get it. Boom. Whatever. Or another time, everybody got their shit. Boom. Everybody got what they need. Buy what they need. Nobody sitting there like, I'm not no real nigga if I accept this burger. The fuck? The hell? I don't know what that is. But the fact that even was some shit that nigga had to talk about is like, you get it. You see what I'm saying? Y'all get it. You get it yet? The fact that I even had to answer to a burger that I ordered in 2022 in the court of TJ. The fact that I even had to do that shit is what the fuck I'm trying to tell you niggas. This nigga done did the people fucking brain. And it's so much of that shit in there. And we got patience. It's just a lot of that shit. And I'm like, it's a fucking burger. The fact that you knew the date, I forgot when the fuck I had a burger last. The fact that you can pull up my receipts and I done forgot the fact that I had. And then what's so crazy is the nigga Lifeway was like, is you sure that's all you want? So I was like, shit, this might be it. The nigga was like, Faise, you sure? You sure? I said, shit, let me get a bucket of the shrimp. Shit, let me get a bucket of the shrimp. I'm looking at the shrimp. And what's so crazy is, nigga, at Spawn Divots, the shrimp bucket was like $25. And that's what was at Spawn Divots. The shit, everything on that bitch was like, you ain't got it, you ain't got it. I ain't even see the names. You ain't got it with blue cheese. You ain't got it with salsa. You ain't got it. I was like, I ain't got none of this shit. That's what it say. And lightweight, telepathic, we here. He like, I got everybody. Anybody need anything? I said, whew, shit. So I was taught, if motherfucker offer you to pay, you get the shit that don't cost the most. You get the shit that probably costs the least or closest to the least. You don't go crazy. So I was like, let me get a little burger. Stomach going, I'm like, get a little burger. I'm good for the night. Nigga like, shit, is that all, Faise? Come on now, Faise. I just showed you what I got, Faise. Come on, good dad. It's all good. I bet you you're good. You're good. I'm like, shit, I'm good. I will try the shrimp. I was showing there looking at the shrimp. Shrimp was like $25. Shout out to Lifeway. He paid for the fucking food. Fuck. Do you understand what we dealing with? I don't understand. And he said, you told me today. I had to make sure you had it right. I'm just showing you that you reached back 3 years ago to tell me about a burger I ordered. And you think we here? We think we here? When I thought we was on here to deal with what's like really needing to be talked about. That let's get the truth. You a truth seeker. I didn't know that like that meant like what I ate 3 years ago. I didn't know that. So nigga was like, why the fuck did you let him buy the burger, nigga? What the fuck's wrong with you? And he's like, what's you do around the nigga 5D? I'm like, you got all your talking points lined up on a sticky note from one video. You did not do your research. You listened to one video, family, from Lifewave. Lifewave don't even believe what the fuck they said in that video. If you watch the video, even Opmos was sitting there looking, staring off in his face. When Lifewave was like, you was mad about the girl you didn't even want. Opmos was like, yeah. Because Opmos know what the fuck happened. And why he called my phone was like, yo, man, I apologize, man. You right, I shouldn't have. I was tripping. Da, 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 da. I was trying to hit Shorty. I wasn't even like that. You know, I thought you was cock blocking, but I was trying to get at Shorty too. So I should never came at you like that. But they came to the internet and gave y'all another story. The only nigga who wasn't trying to sleep with the girl was the one who was hurt behind the girl. The only nigga who went to Lifeway was like, yo, I got a business proposal that I want to work with this female I met through you on. Like, we're like, yo, that's a good idea, man. I'm glad you came to me with it, man. That's respect, good dad. You know what I mean? I should. Da, 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 da. Woo, woo. Okay, cool. What are these niggas talking about? Opmos got a whole, we did a live where Opmos confessed. It's called Opmos Confession. He literally got on live with me and confessed. You see, I'm dealing with a narrative. Well, initially, I thought it was this, but you got to get it that I'm dealing with this like this. And okay, so basically, you didn't know what the fuck you was talking about either. So why the fuck, if you didn't know what you was talking about, did you just jump with these niggas on some bullshit you don't even know nothing about? I was dealing with a narrative. Oh, well, you're in great company with the TJs and everybody else. Y'all deal with just narratives. You don't research shit. You think you do, but you're really just seeking for confirmation bias so that you can have conviction bias. And you sprinkle a little group think in there, and now you think you have a point. Opmos was like, yo, man, I apologize. I should never came at you like that. I talked to Opmos brothers who adopted a few. Opmos adopted Malachi's your son. I talked to some of his brothers. They were like, yo, he shouldn't have handled that shit like that. I talked to Eli York. Well, he don't like when his name come up. So I'm not speaking down on you, bro, if they try to run to you. Because you like, yo, man, why you bring my name up? I'm like, yo, we good. Because I ain't never had no problem with Eli. Eli York was like, yo, man, let me see this female. He said, she better be Beyonce. Why the fuck all these niggas act like this? I was like, I don't fucking know. Nigga told me, almost told me I was cop blocking because the sister asked me, I can't believe I gotta go over this again. The sister asked me to get in touch with her after the woke back that they threw. They threw a woke back in like 2022. So the sister was like, yo, I want to stay in touch with you because she listened to me teaching. I was outside in the West End teaching. You want to know who the main one who was gathering people to listen to me teach? LifeWave. Y'all got to listen to this. Y'all don't want to miss this. Listen to this. Come on now. Y'all need to learn this. This is one of the brothers. He's a grand teacher, a student teacher, whatever they were. Y'all need to listen to this. They all gathered around. Two of them was females or goddesses, or as you would call them, women that was with him. Okay, boom. I talked. After it was over, she was like, I want to stay in touch with you, da, 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 da. So she got my Instagram. That's how that conversation went down. I didn't see Atmos nowhere. So he was like, I was cop blocking because he said, man, I felt like he was cop blocking because before you got there, I had already got her number. Am I on the wrong thing? Here's what I'm trying to figure out, y'all. Do talking about this shit make me dumb? Like, okay. You have to understand, it actually took 2 years for Atmos to actually have a talk with me in front of everybody. I wouldn't let it go for 2 years just off the, that word that I had to learn, principle. So just off the principle, I wouldn't let that shit go until we got on that live and he cleared that shit up in front of everybody. So y'all help me understand niggas. Let's say y'all was at a party. Y'all are Atmos. A baddie come through. Boom. Oh, okay, y'all talk. You know what I mean? Whatever you dancing, you get a number. You know what I'm saying? Okay, locked you in. Then you go separate ways. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You still dancing, but you went your separate ways, right? Then here come this nigga Faise, right? Everybody say, right? Okay, that's what they do. So here come Faise. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, here come Faise. He doing his thing. But he started teaching. You know what I'm saying? Teaching. Everybody get the science. He breathing on everybody. You know what I'm saying? You look over, you see the girl that you was, you know what I'm saying, the baddie who you was talking to got the number. She locked in. She locked in, right? After he done, she like, come here. He like, what's up? This is Faise now. He like, what's up? I want to stay in touch with you. Everything you was saying was answering my questions. Questions that I ain't never had answered before. Right? You like, okay, cool. You Faise. So you like, okay, you give it the information. Boom. This is Faise, bro, now. You back to you now. You Atmos. This you. Faise like, yo, what's up? You like, what's up? What the fuck is wrong with Atmos? You know what I'm saying? Everything cool and though. Then y'all go out later. You ain't really dancing no more. You kind of eating, but you're doing it with rhythm because it's fun. You know what I mean? Everybody eating. You order a burger. Your Faise, right? I'm Faise. I order. I order a burger, some shrimp, because niggas is giving it out. Niggas giving away $50 tips every time they come with the wine and shit. I'm like, this nigga balling out. Whoop, whoop. Okay, cool. Everybody eating. Boom. Here go you. You're Atmos. You know what I mean? You still eating, but you just like, you ain't doing it. So, what the fuck wrong with Atmos? Yeah, what's up? What's up? So you get to doing your thing. I get to doing my thing, right? On Faise. So I get to teaching again. At the table. You know what I mean? And everybody like, oh shit, they locked in. Here come you. That ain't that. Faise like, what the fuck? Music stops. Faise, look at you. What's not that? Jesus, Lazarus, listen, look at that. Oh, what does Jesus mean? You're Atmos and you don't know. Well, that was my qualifying question. I'm all out of qualifiers. So you get back to teaching. Here go you, Atmos. You know what I mean? This shit goes on like that for like 3 more times throughout the dinner. That ain't that. It's not that. It's not that. Well, doesn't El Quran make mention of that? Well, I don't know. Do you know Do you know anything about the biblical reference for that? No. Hmm. Okay. So that was my qualifier. I'm gonna get back to the teaching. You get back to the teaching. Y'all leave from Spun Divots. It was a good time. You go to the hotel. You at the hotel till 7 a.m. While you in the hotel, guess what you're doing? As your utmost, you're doing this. Remember, this is your thing for the rest of the night. If you want to know if you're gonna change it, you're not. Now, Faise is kind of trying to figure out what's going on. He's still in the rhythm. Everybody getting their questions answered. It's natural. Somebody asking about what's the blue light I saw that came through my window, and I had sleep paralysis and da 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 da. So I want to know about extraterrestrials and astral projection. Da da. Here you go. That's Faise. Da da da. But Atmos, if you're Atmos, that ain't what you're doing. Now you try like 2 or more times to get in, but then when Faise realized maybe my brother feel like I'm trying to outshine him, so Faise does this. He stopped dancing. He don't do this. He just stopped dancing, and he let Atmos get on the dance floor. He kind of takes the back seat because he don't want his brother to feel like he trying to attack him or outshine him. It get quiet because this ain't Instagram. This ain't TikTok. You can't just read some shit before you make a video. Edit it to what you want it to sound like, and then post it. When it's time to actually teach, you got to actually teach. And you have to answer questions that people aren't, you know what I mean, Googling. They really, it's coming from them. They want their answer. And if you don't have the answer, do you have the heart enough to do like the triad would do and step back and let somebody else who can answer it step forward? And if that person can't answer it and somebody else, if 3 of them niggas can't answer it, then you just fucked up the whole triad. That's how we used to do. So, and I'm telling you for real, there were 3. The triad was step in, and if you got a question that one can't answer, they're gonna step back. And somebody else that got the answer gonna step forward and they got you. And that kept the rhythm moving. So, long story short, it's a long story. Just because it's being brought up again. Long story short, we were there till 7 a.m. Atmos wound up leaving. Then the girl wound up leaving. The other girl stayed with Lifewave. And I don't know what Sun Ra had going on. He was on shrooms. But I wound up leaving a little shortly after everybody left other than the Kiana girl. That was that story. I didn't know that Atmos left there and unfollowed me. And he had unfollowed me then and there, like that day. And I would meet up with them later for the gathering this nigga was talking about. And I didn't know why he was acting funny. Because I always show support for Atmos. I salute him. And then he finally told me, he apologized and was like, he was acting that way because he thought I was cop blocking. None of his brothers agreed with him. They didn't agree. They're like, nigga, that don't even make sense. How the fuck was he cop blocking? And it wasn't like you can't, like there's a code where you come up to somebody like, yo, that's me. Or you signal or something, or you around the girl or something. You weren't even around her. You was nowhere around her. So wherever you had to be soaking from a distance somewhere and watching. And then, yo, you got mad at your brother over a female. Nobody was going to be like, yo, let's hold this female accountable for talking to so many niggas. Ain't that our shit? You know, people who come from principle. What was a nigga going to be like, yo, man, you tripping. She talking to some of everybody. No, that ain't what niggas did. So y'all who was saying, oh, Faise is beefing with these niggas about a female, that wasn't fair. In order for there to be a beef, 2 niggas gotta agree on it. I was just being pulled into some shit that I didn't even agree on. How the fuck I'ma be beefing with some niggas about a female I'm not pursuing? You know, it didn't make sense. So I know that sounds so crazy because you like, how all these niggas lying on you, Faise? How all them people lying on Dr. Malachi York? So the question of why don't your people like to be around you? First of all, my people don't have a problem being around me. Let's get that clear. If it's my people, they don't have an issue being around me. Them other people, they don't like being around me because of emerald light, green light. When we show up, that's just what we have. And anything you saying you are, if you're not that, it'll show up when you come around me. I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that. That sister would have been profounded in check. Yeah, maybe if we had some real sisters there. Like, man, please. You little children running around in heat, acting like animals. And they try to put it on me. So then how we got a confession from Atmos, right? Even with the Beyond 5D thing, Beyond 5D, his whole thing was he was supposed to be coming down to interview me. He told me, interestingly enough, he said, I just got through interviewing Rashad Jamal. He said, I also interviewed Lightwave, and I see you as one of the spiritual influencers. I want to get you interviewed. Da, 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 da. That nigga showed up, and I don't know if it was love at first sight or whatever the fuck. Soon as he seen this lady, this nigga was literally on one knee, and he's a tall nigga. So he was basically everybody's height at that point. He got down on one knee in the kitchen and was just talking to her the whole rest of the night. She's sitting on my right. He done came over to talk to her while I'm talking business to her. He done came and just sat there and was talking to her the whole night. Well, no problem, because guess what? It's a whole 30 people on my left that just asking me questions. Question. As soon as I walked through the door, somebody grabbed me. It was a lady literally had on a red dress. As soon as I walked through the door, somebody, I've been waiting on you. And then went over to the couch and said, come here. And sat down and patted the chair. Like, like, have a seat. Did the little pat on the couch. And I was like, yo, give me a second. I'm going to go check out the kitchen real quick. Meaning, can I breathe? Can I come in the door before motherfuckers? I've been waiting to ask you some shit. I got questions for you. Da 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 da. You know, da da da. You know who I am? I know who you are. I've been watching your content. Da da da. Come sit down. I said, what the fuck? Every pat was like, I got more and more irk. It's like, yo, stop that. I'm going to go to the kitchen real quick if you don't mind. And I stayed the fuck away. But it don't matter because people can find you anyway. If they can find you coming through the door, I don't know how long she was looking at me. They found me anyway. And it was everybody on my left, just da da da. And what I did was, after like 2 hours of that shit, which I don't know how I did that, I said, yo, y'all excuse me for a second. I'm going to go up here real quick. Right? And I got up and I left my ass up the stairs. It was a mansion Airbnb or B&B. I went up the stairs, went into one of the rooms, took my gun out, took the clip out, put the gun on my right, clip on my left, and laid out like this bitch right here. And I took the deep breaths and went into the trance state. So yeah, give me a second, TJ. I went into the trance state. And by trance state, if you don't know, this is like short for transition. I went immediately into astral projection. And I was taken down the stairs. And there was a group of people gathering around by the fireplace. And they were speaking amongst each other. I can't remember what they were saying exactly. But I heard a voice say, false accusations. False accusations. Right? I said, what? It was like, they're going to believe the Jal. They're not going to believe you. This is literally what I was. So I came back to my body. And I got up, put my clip back in, put my shit on me. And I walked down. Now everybody gone. It's quiet. I go to the living room. I'm like, yo, it's like 7 people there. They sitting right by the fireplace where it was in my astral projection. And I said, they're like, yo, they said, we thought you left, which let me know they were talking about me or had at least spoken about me. Yeah, we thought you left, Faye. Da, 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 ha, ha. Yeah. And you know how you just coming back, so you kind of got that kind of dazed thing. I'm like squinting a little bit. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. I just had this astral projection, this vision. And it was like false accusations. And y'all, like they were saying, y'all was gonna believe the Dajjal and not me. And everybody started looking at each other. And y'all have to understand, I'm not a normal person. So when you get around me, there's this aura that I have. I'm not making this up. This ain't no mojo. It's just what it is. And it causes people to pay attention when I come anywhere near or around. No matter what I'm doing, I have an aura that commands attention. So it's not like just some random person saying that. This is Faise saying this. So everybody started looking at each other like how they did at the Last Supper table. And it was like that kind of feeling of, surely you don't mean me, my Lord. It was that type of feeling. So when I saw that, it made me uncomfortable. So I cracked a joke. I was like, man, y'all know how that shit is, man. What y'all here doing? And I tried to laugh it off so people wouldn't be trying to look at each other weird and shit like that. And I was like, man, I said, y'all know how that shit be going. And from there, it became the situation with 5D wanting to be around the girl. He didn't know the girl and I was already on business, though. There's so much to explain. Because I called the girl. I talked to my mama about it. I talked to LifeWave about it because this is business. I ain't never went into the business. It's actually nobody's business what the business was. Just know it would have been business. I'll give you this. The world would have seen what was going on, and it was supposed to boost what we are doing. Back then, I had like 23,000 followers. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was to boost it and to put what I was calling at that time, because I was studying, trying to see what was going on. I said, yo, if she's Sabian, you know what I mean, we could put Wusabat out here, da-da-da-da, trying to see, and with Nuwapu, if that was going to blend. All of that was a part of the plan. 5D was smitten. And I remember one shadow, they had a nigga named SG Hazel, Slaughter Gang Hazel. He be with 21 Savage and them. He showed me some beats, which he actually sent me. So he got to explain if niggas wasn't rocking with me, why niggas was sending me beats for free and shit like that. But he sent me beats that he had taken from Pop's meditation tapes and turned them into like mainstream beats. So he sent me them. And he was like, yo, you know, I want you to rap on them. If anybody can rap on them, you should. And we, you know, was talking like that. He had this walkie-talkie, and he was like, yo, I can call the extraterrestrials. And he started like fucking with the dial. And I was just sitting there like, well, what is he doing? He was just fucking with the dial. Like, y'all want to see if we can get a message from them. His whole thing was they were going to come through the walkie-talkie to talk. It never happened, you know that. But I said, yo, let's go outside. Y'all want to go outside? We said, extraterrestrials, let's go outside. So everybody was like, yeah, let's go outside. So we went outside. Niggas sat on the patio, and 5D sat down, and the girl was next to 5D, right? And we were speaking. The girl and myself, we were speaking briefly because she was asking questions about the crafts. What 5D do? He sit down and grab the girl and say, you can sit with me, and sit her on his lap. Mind you, that's not nothing special, because when we were about to go to the store, we didn't have space in the car. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. The girl came and sat in my lap. Lap seating was not exclusivity, but you couldn't tell 5D that. I just think he was just a tender dude that, you know, he might have been a little young. I don't know. It could happen to anybody. I think everybody done had that in their life. I just think that's what was going on with him, that he was really smitten. So he said, I'm not even worried about that. I'm looking up. So I realized they doing so much talking and nigga fucking with the little thing on the walkie-talkie. I walked away from the crowd, and I walked over to the rightmost side of the patio, and I'm looking up, and I say, well, y'all already know I'm out here. I know y'all see us. They want to see. Y'all show me, and I'm going to show them. 3 seconds later, I saw one coming through. And I was pointing it out to people. I said, up top, up top. Everybody look, up top. Nigga LifeWave was like, yeah, right there, I see it, Dad. And it was a fucking star where he was pointing at. And everybody was looking at some star twinkling. I'm like, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, and the shit was gone. I said, damn, I was trying to show y'all. And no, I wasn't talking about the star LifeWave. I'm talking about the fucking craft. 8 more came, different times. 2 came at a time. Like literally at one point, 2 came. So I was able to show them all of them and then people are really seeing it. They're like, yo, man. And people are like, we love you. I'm like, yo, you don't got to do all that, right? That's why he said in the video, he was like, shh, shh, shh. Why the fuck would I do that? Y'all, from y'all observing me, what do I look like? People seeing some crabs. I'm like, shh, shh, shh. That's stupid. That's not even me. He was trying to interpret that moment of me saying, yo, you don't have to do that. They know you here. I'm here. You don't got to scream. Y'all making noise. Just observe. Talk to them here. I'm doing my best to show them. If anything, it would have been the opportunity for Lifeway to stand on the truth. And I was like, yo, who showed you the crafts? Y'all remember what he said? Because some of y'all witnessed that live when Lifeway got on the live. Because he said I was moving slow because was eating meat at the time. And that's why he couldn't introduce me to Dwight Howard. Even though he told me, he said, you need to meet Dwight Howard, you need to meet Summer Walker, you need the enemy chopper. We can't lose with you. I said, okay. Then it changed. So you was going to slow us down. I said, if I was going to slow y'all down, when y'all said y'all wanted to see crafts, who showed you the crafts? This nigga said, not you. I couldn't believe that shit. Nigga really was like, not you. And he had every opportunity. That's what we say with right knowledge. All you gotta do is deal with the truth. You don't gotta, you know what I mean? Gin out, none of that. Just deal with the truth. So that's that on that. That's a lot of story. But the point is, Beyond 5D got tender about a female. And everybody else, hold on, I got you. Everybody else already didn't like Faise. So they just sided with him. So that was true that LifeWave was telling everybody not to communicate with me. Now, would that have been the principal way to go about things? No, it wasn't. But everybody was on sassy time. I wasn't. I was like, yo, what's up? And Opmos didn't get the call, so Opmos slipped up and was letting me know what was moving. And none of it was righteous. Everybody was siding with, exactly, Dwight Howard wound up following me. So I ain't need you to introduce me to Dwight Howard. And Dwight Howard was a Nuwapian. So a lot of people don't know. There's a lot of Nuwapians that's out there. Teddy Riley, all kind of people. Cat Williams. So what's going on, TJ? But yeah, that was that with that 5D shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't beefing with him. He was beefing with himself. And then everybody that got the opportunity to speak the truth, they didn't until later, 2 years later. Then everybody started speaking it because I didn't let it go. Now let's get with what really needed to be spoken about.
Nah, but
With the
we're gonna
time
get
that you
back
was
to
charging,
the transcripts.
yeah, with the
Yeah,
time that you was charging up, did you find out what Dr. Melakazi was in there for?
I already told you. You tell me what he was in there for, bro. You're not gonna feel me. You're not gonna mind control me, brother. Let me know what he was in there for. Because I seen the DNA, like I said. People in the comment section saying, oh, he never got proven guilty. Yes, he did. It was HIV test, and he was proven guilty for that. Or
Okay,
he
that's not a
had
charge.
DNA. That's a fact.
Having
I
HIV
said
is not a charge.
I meant he had DNA, and it was
That's
a
not a
proven
charge.
fact that they both had HIV.
So
I didn't mean that it was a
if you
charge,
seen
bro.
that, what they charge him with?
You tell me, what did they charge him with?
So what are you talking? Okay,
You
so they
you you
charged
said
him.
you know what they
It's,
charged him
yeah,
with. What did they charge him with? You telling me that I'm
they
wrong?
ended up.
What
They
happened?
ended up. You got to say that so you understand. They ended up charging after they wiped the presumption of innocence and all that from the news media and the articles and all that was done. They ended up charging him with the Mann Act. They ended up charging him with transporting minors across state lines. They ended
Nah,
up
word. I did
charging.
see some shit like that. You're right. Word.
That's not child molestation.
Nah, I didn't. For me, but I looked past that because I'm like transporting. What the fuck they talking about? And then I started digging and doing more research just like that, and I heard that niggas' wives was going out there and getting females and shit like that for y'all to, for me, for him to do whatever he was doing or whoever was doing whatever y'all was doing. But there was little girls and boys that was getting touched, and you was around them, so you didn't see, feel me, people walking around with their ass hurting. You ain't have no question. Nobody ain't say nothing to you. I'm not denying that somebody in y'all camp was raping them. So, you feel me?
Why they not in jail?
Regardless of what, that don't got nothing to where you. I'm asking.
Well,
That's not the question. You see,
I'm only dealing with the points you
I'm
bringing
not
up.
trying
Remember
to
that.
crash out on you, bro, because you another. You feel me? Like how they say
Okay, so we're
you
gonna
give the
deal.
energy to
Okay,
me,
you brought up the
but
other people. I asked
look,
you why
that's
they
not
weren't in jail.
the
Then
question that I asked you, brother. I asked you. You were around them. You did not see nothing. Like you didn't see them walking around with their ass hurting. I'm saying, you
what
feel
is
me?
that?
Like,
What do you mean walking around with their ass? No,
because what you mean? You ain't see. So
the answer is
y'all
no.
ain't hear nothing.
No, it's not. No, we
You ain't see
heard
nothing.
stuff when I grew older. Yeah, I heard a lot of stuff. You asked me, did I see that? No, I didn't.
But you was around the kids. You was around. You was present.
Yeah,
But
I
people
was
got
around
touched,
the
and you
kids,
weren't.
and
So how
also
are you? How is your word valid? You wasn't seeing these little kids get touched, but you was a little kid, and y'all was
what?
around this. You feel me? Like he was keeping tabs on everybody that was in. y'all land and shit like that, or whatever you want, Tom
No,
and
he
Ray, whatever
wasn't.
you want to
No, he
call it.
wasn't.
Everybody that was in there, how not? How you gonna run a? Come on, what you mean?
Because
You can't just have anybody
because
coming in
Dr.
and out
Miller.
without
Okay,
you
so
knowing.
let me
You
help
can't
you
just have
understand.
anybody doing stuff free
You want
willingly,
to
like
talk or you want
raping
to
little
ask me a
kids.
question to get
You
answered?
can't
Cause I
have
told you you can get
people
your question answered.
raping little kids without some type of system where they get
You
disciplined for
asking
doing
me
that.
as a
You're
child.
lying.
You're asking me as a child if I saw something. Did you ever take into consideration if there was something for me to notice as a child that was going on with other children my age? You don't think the parents noticed?
my mom was raped. For me, when I was young, I noticed that she was raped based upon me watching certain shit before she even told me, brother.
Do you
So
think
don't
that
try
the
to play it.
parents
Don't try to play
noticed?
them games with me.
Do
What
you
you
think
talking
the
about?
parents would have
My
noticed that?
uncle was the one who raped her. So me being around my uncle, I put two and two together and figured it out. But she never
Okay.
told me outright.
So
So you're not
okay.
gonna
Do you
put that
think that
game
the
up. And I was a young kid that, like you said, I didn't grow up like you. You feel me? On the
so
set.
check this
Yeah,
out. If you're
movies,
asking
nigga.
me as a child what I witnessed or what I saw, don't you think that the parents would have seen some shit like that?
I mean, depends on for me what niggas got going on. Certain people was probably I don't know what y'all had going on, bro. Dead homies, I don't know what they had going on
Okay,
on the earth, on the set.
we
All
should
I know
start
is I
there. We
seen
should
what was in
start
the
there.
paperwork. You
We
feel
should
me? Like,
start there. You don't know what we had going on.
no, I'm
Start
saying like
there.
the full setup, and neither do you because you was just like you said, you wasn't around and seeing them little girls, but them little girls got touched, or you wasn't seeing them get touched, but they got touched. So
How do you know
you
that?
don't know what's going on.
How do you know they got touched?
You just said
How do you
that.
know they got?
Oh,
How do
how do
you
you?
know? How do you know somebody got touched?
Because the DNA, they have HIV. These
Okay,
young
boom. So
girls
there
that
we
shouldn't be
go.
having. They
So here's my
asked. It
question.
was different shit
Here's
going
my
on.
question
They
to
like,
you.
come on.
If they have DNA and